me just check on the platform real quick, because the internet be acting real weird. So we just want to make sure we are live. We are live. We are live. Okay. I see we are live on Facebook. Yes, we are. We are live on YouTube. Yes, we are. We are live on Twitch. Yes, we are. Okay.
God, yeah, turn it up then.
Okay. Before I get into too far into this, right? I want to say a few things, right? And so I gotta give like the biggest shout out to Rue. Like, him, his brand is killing it, doing crazy work. His marketing is amazing. The whole Richmond is behind him. And I'm like so inspired by Richmond, like for real. Like what y'all doing, like how y'all collab and come together and support each other is just phenomenal. It's refreshing, and just shout out to Richmond altogether. But here's another referral from Rue. Right, he is a sponsor for this evening episode, and let me introduce you. So I'm doing introductions, man. Okay, I'm trying to I'm moving a little different, man. Right, and so this young lady is a content creator. She is a mother first and foremost. Yes. She's a female rapper. She's going to share with us this evening just her journey on motherhood, how it changed her life, every aspect that's included in that, good, bad, and indifferent. And we want to big her up because it's just a personality for me, right? Like I'm a good reader of energy, right? And I've been peeping and saying what you're doing, and it's the energy that you give off, and the connection that you have with your daughters, and the bond is just like, you can't hear.
It's like
you can't hear.
Really static. Like you a verbal.
What?
Really static. Really a lot of static. It's really hard.
Something's wrong because I don't hear you.
I can kind of make out what you're saying, but I can't hear you clear words.
No, it needs to be clear. So let's give it a minute. Let's give it a minute. Your microphone is on. Your volume is up. You have a Bluetooth or something that your phone connects to, or earpods or something like that.
Let me see if I can connect it. Let me see. Talk.
Because you probably got to turn your Bluetooth off. Because now I'm kind of hearing a little something.
Okay. Let me see. Talk.
I can hear you, but you're low.
Is I'm staticking? Because you're staticking.
Yeah, I can hear static.
I'm static.
You hear static on my end too?
That's crazy.
I ain't hear none of this when we was behind scenes. I ain't hear none of that. You was crystal clear.
Yeah, because it's like I don't hear static until you start talking. That's when I can hear it.
And that's when I'm hearing it on your end too. I'm hearing, like, I can hear you better now, but I can hear static as you're talking. So let's do this. I'm gonna pop you off and pop you on and see if that helps. Bear with us. Did that make any difference at all? No? Still no difference? Well, maybe get off. Maybe log off and come back on. Let me see if she can. Maybe log completely off and come back on. I have all my bars.
Do I can leave and come back in?
Yeah, leave and come back and see. It didn't sound like that before we went live.
Oh, it was real clear. Hold on, let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, get off and come back on completely and see if that makes a difference. Okay. Yes. Just bear with us. Y'all know how technology can be. And my hair's just growing so much. I'm just loving it. Okay. Say something.
Okay, that's better. Good.
Okay, okay, okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We back, we back.
Yeah,
Okay.
that
So
was
you
better.
good? You can hear me good?
Yeah.
No static?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I can hear you good too, but I'm gonna do this. Okay. All right, all right, all right. So that was okay. We lose no time. It's okay. We lose no time. Okay, okay, okay. Well, I was going to my whole little spiel, and then it got thrown off, and then I'm probably gonna jack it up. But I do want to introduce to you guys this evening Shea Butter, born and raised from Richmond, right?
I am.
Okay, born and raised from Richmond. She's a mother, content creator, female rapper, and she's gonna share a bit about her story, right? She's gonna enlighten us on motherhood, how that changed her, rearranged her, reshaped her, right? All that. I get it, mother of 5 total. So listen, I get it all the way around the board. And so I appreciate the opportunity though that you've been willing to sit with me though. I don't take that lightly. And I think what I was saying before we got interrupted, I think I was saying something about your energy, right? When I be watching your videos with your kids and the bond that y'all have just seems so authentic and y'all seem like I had so much fun. Like I just love that. I love that for y'all. And so yeah. And so you gotta introduce yourself to those that may or may not know you. I'm sure I might be missing something.
So, what's up, everybody? Y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know who I am. If you don't know, I am Shea Butter. I have 4 children. Um, Born and raised in Jackson Ward, which is Gilpin Court Apartments, with just my mom and my brother. Um, I didn't too much have to. Well, I didn't have a father, but I had a grandfather who was more so in my life than my real dad.
Mm.
I did. I graduated out of high school with a one of the highest diplomas, as well as I went to college for 4 years for audio production. So I do have a bachelor's degree in that as
Okay.
well. Um, I started doing music after. Well, I really been into music a lot. Majority of my life I was into music. I really started noticing, and like I used to beat on like trash cans and make beats, and I used to do like stuff like that when I was younger. I'm picking up all type of sticks. I'm talking about, girl, I just took a
Bebop
loose
queen.
I just took a loose my whole dollhouse because I wanted sticks so I can beat on them, so I can make a beat. I never thought that I was gonna be a rapper. I just used to like,
Mm.
just do music. That's all it was. Um, I did start doing mute, getting more into music once I joined college.
So the internet's just gonna mess with us all night, huh?
Just
Come on, man. Mm-hmm.
yeah, a learning experience for the music. I didn't feel like that I could do more than what I can do because I had kids, at a young age. So I had to focus on more so being a mom. I do have 3 girls and 1 boy. My oldest is 21. My next to the oldest, she be 20 in a couple of days. And then I have a 16-year-old daughter who will be 17 this month. I mean, next month in August. And then my son, he's 14. He be no, he's 13. He be 14.
Okay.
Girl, tell you
Listen, I
woo,
get it.
life it, right? I ain't lying. Um, and so I had end up, like I said, as soon as high school was over with, I was just so excited. I feel like I needed a baby. So
Hmm.
had a baby. It was a good experience. I didn't have a messed up childhood life at all. My mom, she, a single parent. I didn't know what it felt like to have a man in the home because my mom, she's a lesbian, so I didn't know how it was to really have a man, like a different type of man. And my brother, he's also, he's a gay man. So it's like I'm the only one in the house
Oh.
that's heterosexual. So I didn't
Mm.
have like that that rough figure,
Right.
around. My cousins in my family was more rougher than I had pretty much in my home.
Mm.
Um, and just being around the project, like I said, I didn't have a messed up childhood. Like my mom, she did a great job. She did the best that she could do, with us. Um, and it's like, me, I was just so eager to learn so much about the streets, so that I won't trip up because I knew that I
Mm.
was going to be outside. I'm outside, I like to go outside. So I didn't want to, like, not know about the streets before I hopped out into the streets. But it
Mm-hmm.
fast. It just happened so fast. It was like when I was pregnant, it was like, oh, I gotta settle. I don't want to be pregnant with a baby and still be out in the streets or doing that. So I try to settle, um, which I did with my kids. My oldest two got the same dad. My youngest two got the same dad. Um, but the relationship with me and him, we didn't kind of sort of work out like that at all. When I had my second daughter, and I just felt like I just needed to go. So that's what I did. Moved on. I called myself trying to find somebody that was different from him, the different
Mm-hmm.
look from him, the different energy. I called myself doing that and ran into my second baby daddy, which that became real violent, abusive.
Mm-hmm.
The mental and the physical has been abused all at one time. So I really didn't have too much of a chance to figure out who I really was. Um, as far as what I wanted to do in life, I just knew I just had to be a parent, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I just used that as being a parent is also been having a hobby, something to do, keeping them
Right.
entertained. Keeping them entertained, it kept me entertained, So I
Mm-hmm.
still wasn't like into music as much. But my mom, she like used to do like little riddles, as far as like music concerned. My dad, he used to do a little music, just play around with it. They just wasn't that big into it, but they
Mm-hmm.
both have like musical talent.
Oh, okay.
Um, so I kind of sort of got that from them. But I was making beats. I made my own beats and things like that. And then start putting music to words to it as to how I felt. You know what I mean? What I was going through.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but yes, I lived when I got my own place. I had ended up still going into the project because that's all I knew,
Mm-hmm.
was, and I knew I can get it fast. I knew I can get it quick. You know what I'm saying? My mom, she always
Portable.
be like, we're gonna go from point A to point B. But I didn't know until I got older that I wanted to actually hit Z. I don't want to just go from A to
Uh,
B. I want to see D, E, F, G. I want to
right.
get bigger and get to the end, too. Where I'm settled and more happy. But I didn't know men. I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
men. So I just was like, well, my first baby dad, I was like, well, I knew him from high school, so he not harmful. I'm gonna deal with him because, like I said, I knew him from high school. So
Mm-hmm.
I went with him. That didn't work out. He's, more so on the suicidal side. So I didn't want to deal with that
Mm-hmm.
energy. And like I said, I met my other kids' dad. It became a little bit more physical abuse and mental abuse. But I'm a quiet person. I kind of sort of like I'm really good at keeping everything within. Keeping everything private. I'm really good at, and I'm big on if I made that hole and I dug that hole or made that bed, I need to lay in it. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
It was like I
So,
had
so
that
let me
type of
let me ask you
energy.
this. So, would you call it suppressing or accountability?
Um, accountability.
Mm-hmm.
Accountability. I just felt like that I was supposed to back then. I felt like that I was supposed to do this. I didn't want my kids to be raised without a dad. In a home so they can know the difference in
Right.
not having a dad and having a dad. And it was crazy because even having a dad in the home, it still wasn't no dad. You know, Dad wasn't doing what mom was doing. Mom had to make sure that we have to do it. The kid was more so up in the street, paying attention to other things, other people, entertaining other people and stuff like that. So it wasn't like you were really truly active, even though you was in a home with me.
Right. It's
And
like
all
you're.
the
It's like he
responsibility.
was present. It's like he was present, but he wasn't physically there. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
You wasn't there. Yeah. You wasn't there for the mental. It wasn't like, it was something that I could just be like, oh, I ain't have to really pay no bills when he was,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't experienced none of that. I never experienced that. I always had to pay bills. I always had to do what was necessary. And then having four kids by the age of 21. So it seemed
Mm-hmm.
like that with me, my 20s were gone. I didn't have a chance to be
Uh,
20. I didn't really have a chance to be 20. If I go out with my family members, what I'm saying, I had to come back home to abuse. You see what I'm saying? It's certain things that I had to do that I just was like, I don't want to go out. I don't want to hang out. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I don't want to just like do too much or put on something nice and cute because it's too much attention. It's like I
Right.
had to keep on pushing everything back from being who I am or who I wanted to be to satisfy, so I don't get to fighting or have to go through any type of abusive, situation around my kids. I had to keep, like I said, hold it down. You got to keep
Mm.
smiling, and you got to just make sure that, because my kids is like, well, our kids, it ain't just my kids. A lot of people that have that connection with their kids, it's always where you can't allow. It's like when you, how can I put this? The way I feel is the way they feel.
Mm.
So it's
Mhm.
like they can feel when
They feel
something
what
is
you
not
feel.
right. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's like I gotta keep on smiling and trying to like not show them, you know what I'm
So that.
saying? Yes, that level. And that's really hard to do because, it's times I just be want to cry. It's times that I just be want to just like spaz out.
Yeah.
So instead of doing that, I the relationship with my kids' dad, it got too intoxicated. You know what I'm saying? It got too out of control. Where it was either my life or his life.
Mm.
That type of situation. And I just had to choose. For real, I just was like, God, I let him come in and take the lead. I gave
Mm.
it to him. I let him take the lead, and I was like, just get me out of this situation as safe as possible. Anything
Mhm.
else, I don't care if he called me out my name or whatever. It's a wrap. It's a reason for me. It's been a reason for me to walk away, but it's really a reason
Mm.
now. Boom, because I feel like if I let everything else slide, then that wasn't a reason. That wasn't a
Exactly.
reason. When it
Exactly.
was really a reason. From the first time that he laid hands on me or whatever have you, it been a reason. But I
Right.
didn't know how to get out of it because I'm
Mm.
like, what do I do? You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I don't
Mhm.
want to do too much, and I don't want it to be, you know, um, where it gets too dangerous. Well, you know how you have some men that be like, oh, if you ain't with me, you ain't with nobody else.
Right.
You know, I didn't want it to get to that level, so I had to do it in the way that I asked the Lord to get me out of this situation,
Right.
and
Mhm.
end up getting out of this situation, moving back home with my mom. Um, and I mean, that was, cool, but I always was independent since I had a kid.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Since I was like 18, I was always just independent. And then when I moved with my mom back in 2017, I was like, oh, I need something to occupy my mind.
Mhm.
I need something that's going to get me off of keep answering the phone for him because he's calling. You know what I
Like
mean?
you need
I'm
a
I'm
distraction.
done. It's
Mm.
Yes, I needed a distraction, so I got into college.
Mm.
And I was like, let me go get into college. And, that wasn't so much of a distraction because it was so much to do
Mhm.
for college. It was more interesting. So I still, again, had to be mom
And
and go to
music.
college. So, yes, for my well being. And then I just got a little bit more into music. I started expressing how I feel in the songs because I like to write.
Mhm.
I like to write, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna put it into music. And I don't care how you feel, if the shoe fit, wear it. But I'm not gonna sit right here and make up nothing to lie about it.
Right.
This is just how I feel. I caught myself every song. It seemed like I was talking about like fuck a nigga.
Mm.
That was
Cause
my
that's where you
energy. It
was
was
at.
like,
That
man,
was
I
your
don't care.
mindset.
Every song. Yes, it's
Mhm.
like because I was with him 9.5 years. I was with one of my
Mhm.
kids, my oldest kid's daddy for 4, and I was with my second kid for 9.5. So I really didn't get a chance to be, the 20s.
Mhm.
So when I turned 30, I was like, oh, I ain't doing this in my 30s. I did the whole 20s. I ain't doing this in my 30s. I'm going
Right.
to do better, get better. So now that I'm in my 30s, it's like I'm in my 20s because I didn't get a chance to experience 20.
Right.
So I want to go out and have fun and do what 20-year-olds do. I don't look like I be 40 in November. So it's been a long journey to try to keep this smile, on your face and keep the personality that I have because that's what's in me. I can't change that.
Mhm.
But to actually be able to, breathe again, it was like a relief. You know what I'm saying? Like he ended up being incarcerated for 8 years, 9 years, and it was like, whoo, thank you, Jesus. I ain't trying to, be funny, but whoo, what, whoo, girl, I needed that type of break, that way I kind of sort of felt a little bit more safe,
Right.
where I didn't feel like that I had to, look over my shoulders because it had got real serious. Like that thing got real serious. I had to go. I had a gun. He had a gun. It got that serious with life where it's like it's either me or you at this point. Like I'm tired of like
Right.
I'm tired of it. It's either me or you, dog. I don't know what else. It's either me or you. So the Lord, I just prayed and cried and just was like, you know what? Just get me out of this the safest way possible so that nobody will get hurt, my kids won't
Mhm.
get hurt, anything like that. And then he got me out of the situation. And like I said, I went to college, enjoyed school. I graduated 2021, so I did 4 years in college.
Yes.
Um, it was coronavirus, Corona came around. Girl, I had to be mom, still in school, had to be the cafeteria lady, I had to be the principal. I
Yeah.
said, whew, you know what I mean? He go
Many
another
hats.
test.
Yeah.
But I believe so much in God that I know that He's not going to give me more than I can't handle.
Mm-hmm.
And it be a storm. It really be really hard. It don't really be an easy situation to do when you gotta be yourself and be four individuals that depend on you. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like at a young age. So I'm not the type that I don't have a handout for my family. I go out here and get it. What I have is what they can get. What I don't have, they can't get it.
Right.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just what it is. And my kids, I have the four of the most greatest kids because they are not ungrateful. They like, okay, see my mama doing it. They don't walk around with just anything on their shoe, on their feet. I try to do the best that I can do when I
Mm-hmm.
can do it. I get out here and hustle just like anybody else. No, I never sold like no type of, drugs or did nothing illegal, to try to get my way through. But, life be life and then you have to do what you have to do sometimes. It took a lot out of me because I had to limited my time so I can only work during the time they go to school.
Mm-hmm.
I can only work during the time maybe my mama will babysit, or something like that. It's like I can work the way I wanted to work
Right.
and go
It's
experience
like
and
you had to. It's
travel.
like you had to structure your life around their life.
And having four of them, so it was like all of them was four. Like I said, look how their ages are back to back, 21, 27. They back to back to back. So it was like all of them in one household under the age of 10. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
just trying to like make it work. You know what I mean? Make it work. Um, I did learn the system as far as like, EBT, how to survive as a single mom. I had to learn how to go out here and get it done. I had to do it. I
Mm-hmm.
had to ask questions. I had to, like, and say, hey, how did I do? Who can I talk to? Things like that. So I sacrificed a whole lot. I'm talking about like credit. I don't have a background or nothing like that, so I'm not a felon, nothing like that. But I had to sacrifice a whole lot of things that I was unable to build. That I'm trying to.
So let me ask you a question. I think you froze. I,
Huh?
you froze up a little bit, but I think you back. Can you hear
It's
me?
on. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. You froze for a while, so I just
Oh,
wasn't. But
I'm
you still look
sorry.
like you still look like okay.
Like I'm frozen.
Yeah.
Cause
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like this slow. It's like this slow mo
I live in the
freeze.
country. Cause I kind of sort of live in it like a country.
Yeah,
Kind of
you
sort of in the
sound like
trees.
that.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going through. I'm going through the trees.
But let me ask you this. Let me ask you. So, what do you? So, if you had to, first of all, let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. Let's back up. So, is there anyone in your family you can recall like it showed that resilience that you witnessed that was a go getter that went after it that didn't let stop them that might have had to go through a lot of storms that you witnessed or was somewhat aware of? You saw them not give up and quit. Did you witness that in your mother or somebody else?
Yeah. I mean, 80% of my family have we go through that. 80% of my family, most of my family are females. I just the males, but they do. We all go like my family get out here and make it work. They're not lazy, or none of that. It's like it seemed like that we all just on the same page but different pages.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we none of us really had. I mean, we had, I guess, maybe one or two on maybe had like a stepdad, that kind of sort of came and played. That we still consider as family to this day,
Mm-hmm.
but 90% of us we didn't have a dad. We only had our mom. And
Mm-hmm.
my mama, my mother's mother, my grandma, she is our big mom. She is a go getter. Like she have adopted kids, adopted children, and she was a foster parent for a lot of
Mm-hmm.
kids. Like she got a heart of gold, so she's a go getter. She's gonna go out here and get it done. Make
So
it
that's
happen.
where it's coming from, because that's what I'm listening to you. I'm like, okay, so you can't. And I was actually saying this to my daughter earlier. Some things are taught and some things are caught, right? And as I'm listening to you, I'm like, nah, she ain't just roll out the bed and start getting it. Like that's something she inherited. Like I figured out, like, no, that resilience came from somewhere. And so, okay,
Absolutely.
that's Big Mama. So Big Mama kind of gave off that energy of getting it, making it happen. Keep going,
Yeah.
don't stop. Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, yep, yep. But we all, was kind of. It's like we were all raised and we grew up around each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we got older. We just kind of sort of branched off where we all had our own life.
Mm-hmm. And
But we still
families.
made it happen where we were around each other. So I always had family. There it just I'm so quiet. I didn't reach out to a lot of family members when I be going through. Cause sometimes I'm gonna be honest, like sometimes some family members make it worse, and
Oh
sometimes
yeah,
you just don't want to hear it.
yeah,
Some family members sit back and they judge you based off, and they don't know that but
right,
some family members just sit back and talk about it, and they only try to help you. You know what I mean? It's no assistance. Some family members are undercoverly you know, they like jab like going against you, competing
yeah.
with you, and you don't even know. So I just choose to just stay kind of sort of to myself. And that way, if I am disappointed by family, disappointed because it was already something that
Mm-hmm.
I knew that could happen to me when I seen it happen to other people, too.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I'm a real big family girl. We all are really big family people. You know what I mean? We love our family, especially when we getting along. Um, we just be on it. We have a great time. We have people that's joining our family. When we trying to unjoin the family, people joining in. It's like
Mm-hmm.
it's like that. But everybody in the city that knows our family, it loves our family. We're not bad people at all. We got good hearts. But like I said, we like to have a good time. It's so many of us that our parties be ridiculous, over 50 people at every party. It's like that. So it's not like I never like had no family. It's just
Right.
when you're trying to build your personal space, your personal family,
Mm-hmm.
it never worked out for the, because like right now, I can't think of one of my family members who with their baby daddy. Never one of them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And three of us, I know off the top, we got 4 kids apiece.
Mm-hmm.
So either 4, 3, or 2. Like ain't nobody really
Mm-hmm.
running around with barely, kind of sort of with one kid. We all got multiple of kids. Not one of them who's with their kids. Like so, it's just and we wrong. You know what I mean? We still hold it down.
Right.
We still have a good time. It's really hard to notice that we having issues unless it's on social media or we beef with each other, or something like that. Other than that, it's very you're not gonna even gonna really notice that it's a problem going on in the family because we just always
Because
happy
there's so much
people.
love and so much
Hmm.
joy when y'all amongst each
Yeah,
other.
I mean we was raised up with love, so it's nobody was really like abused. As far as like I've been abused all my life type.
Yeah.
We don't have like all that
That's
stuff
like
going
my
on in
story.
family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't got that. But like
Well,
I
let me
said,
ask you this. Let me ask you this. So, if you could describe you as a little girl before the mom, how would you describe who you were?
talented, very adventurous. and I'm willing to learn. So I love to learn, and it's pretty much happy. You can keep straight. I ain't have too much to complain about. I can't really
Mm,
with 4 kids. No, I can't. I can't even complain. To be honest, I can't even
mm,
complain. I was still a
mm,
happy person, fun to be around. More so quiet. Quiet but fun quiet. Not
mm.
like ghetto just because of the project. I wasn't that type of kid.
Right, right. You mentioned, right, right. You mentioned how, if I got this correctly, it was really more so formality of getting from A to B, but you wanted to go C, D, E, and F. Can you remember when you first like kind of felt that I want more than that? I want to go. I want to go further than that. Can you remember how old you were when you first kind of thought about that, or felt that was the desire that you had for your life? Uh oh, did you hear me? You doing that slow mo. You're freezing in slow motion, and I don't hear you. You're probably getting closer to home too. That's probably why the internet's spotty. You probably got to jump off and come back on again. Let's see. You gonna jump off and come back on again? I don't even think you can hear me. I don't want to refresh. Okay. I know she said she would be home by 7:30, so she's probably getting closer to home. That's why her internet's getting spotty. Bear with us, please. Let's talk about April each and every Tuesday. I know we're doing it Monday night. I was trying to be flexible, and so that's how we're doing it on Monday evening. But they are typically Tuesday evenings, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like, share, and subscribe. I'm on all platforms. Well, not all, but when people say all, like, I mean, how can we ever get on all? There's so many platforms. But definitely Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch. Yes, yes. Maybe she's home and getting settled and gonna log back in. That is possible. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for your subscriptions, and thank you for your referrals, and thank you for your support and your love. Yeah, I'm just trying to use some fillers, right? Okay, I think she's probably going. Let me see if she's messaging me. Uh, the, let's see. Bear with us, please. My hair growing so much. I ain't used to this much hair. Thoroughly enjoying it. All right, let's see. Let's give her a few more minutes and see. She did mention that it may get spotty when she got closer to home. And so, yeah. Make sure y'all go check her out. What is her Instagram? Instagram is MOMMAMINIZ4 on Instagram. I think you will enjoy the video she does with her children. Uh, Pretty trendy things that she does at the grocery store and stuff like that. And she's a musician. So y'all can check out her music as well. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. I don't see her back on yet. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Okay, I think she is coming back in.
I don't know.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Woo, girl, I gotta do some editing. Girl.
That's okay, that's okay, that's okay, that is okay. Listen, we can't do nothing about the Wi-Fi and all that. We can't control none of that, right? We
Yeah.
can't do that. But I think, what was I trying to ask you? I think what I was trying to ask you was,
You said something about me saying point A to B.
oh yeah, you mentioned about how that sounded that was kind of like the formula for your mother, like just about getting A to B, and you wanted to go farther than that. I was asking, can you recall like at what age you started realizing like, no, I want more. I don't want just the basics. I don't want to just get from here to there. I want to kind
To be honest, when I moved here, 2 months, about 2 months ago, to be honest, I mean, I
of.
think, well, actually, I want to say maybe, it's the beginning of this year. It took that
Mm,
long, because what she was saying, it was more so like, okay, well, my mom was right. You know what I'm saying? At least I get to get from A to B. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Oh, Shay,
Mhm.
um, just get that kind of car, as long as you can get to work with it. You feel me? I'm like, well, that
Right.
do me. I didn't want to seem ungrateful. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I didn't want my blessings to be taken from me because I seemed ungrateful, because
Hmm.
I wanted more. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? I know that, the saying is greed. Greed gets you hit. I don't
Mm,
want to be greed and lose out on what the Lord has for me, or miss that blessing because I was being greedy. So every
mhm,
time she said it, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I'm just gonna get this car right here. But I
mm,
know I deserve better than this. I want me a nice
mm.
luxury car. I want to, I want that.
So this is a good space right here. This is a good space. So you think that eventually you just grew accustomed to that, right?
Yes, I
Like,
did.
yeah.
Yes,
Hmm.
I did.
I
And I
can see
just,
how that. Hmm.
yeah, and I was just telling my brother, I said, and I think it was just in the midst of a conversation, kind of, sort of. And I'm like, I said, even though, and we always say my, like, even though it's his mother, but my whole family talk like my mama. You know what I mean? That's just how we
Mm,
talk.
okay.
So I'm on the phone with him, and I'm like, man, I said, I mean, I think that my mom was trying to say, to go from point A to point B, but I'm tired of point A to point B. I've been tired of point A to point B 20 years now. I'm tired. I need to go and see other alphabets now. I mean, I
Yeah.
need more than what I
Yeah.
have. You
Yeah.
feel me? And it was like right then and there, that moment. And this was at the beginning of the year. Right then and that moment, I was like, you know what? I'm moving. I'm moving to another state. That's just something I wanted to do. I don't want to just keep, oh, well, that apartment complex didn't work for me, so I'm going to move over here to whatever I can get. I'm going to go to where I know I can probably get way better, way more experience, meet new people. I do feel like, in a sense of way, that, Richmond, or should I say Virginia, well, I'm going to say Richmond because I ain't been nowhere but Richmond, but I failed. You know what I mean? I feel like
Mm,
sometimes I fail for that city, or for that state, because
mm,
I didn't did so much. I didn't dug into always something trying to survive, out there. So I'm like, I
mm,
need to go somewhere else where there's way more opportunities, more open doors. So while I was there, I was building something on the other side in another state. So
mm,
that's why I was like, you know what? When there was so many doors opening up, that's when I started meeting a whole lot of celebrity art, celebrities,
mm,
hanging around them on a regular basis, meeting a lot of high class DJs and people that's in my field. And I'm like, yeah, that's that K. I done got the K
and so
now.
yeah, 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 yeah. And so, but listen, so check this out. And so it's a thing where, right, we say, uh, it's like we get caged in our community, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where we don't know nothing outside of whatever that community we were raised in. And
Mm-hmm.
because everybody's okay with that, we become accustomed to that. So
Mm-hmm.
even when you become that person that like, nah, I know there's more to life, I know there's more to do, it becomes difficult because now you're already comfortable in that space and you've been
Yes.
living, you know what I'm saying? You've been living this life that you know is beneath what you want for yourself, but you're
Mm-hmm.
doing it because this is what we do. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? So it's almost like I can recall, because I hear you. I can recall, I mean, this is many, many years back for me, but I can recall at one point, um, this is when I had my first daughter. She was, I don't know, maybe 3. something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember, I don't go too much into it, but I had my recreational activities, and and whenever I would be under the influence, right, I
Mm-hmm.
would always go in a space like, and I don't mean just in my mind, but like I would express like, nah, man, one day y'all gonna look up, I'm gonna be gone.
I'm telling you.
I used to say that like they be like, there she go. I'm like, I'm telling y'all, I would be on my mind, but I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
what I was saying was real, and it was something about, and I'm not advertising as a way of opening up your mind, but for some reason, for me, when I got there, whenever I got into that space where I would get that high, I would just be
Mm-hmm.
like, one day y'all gonna look up and be gone. Like it's
Gone.
more than this. This ain't life for me. Like it ain't stopping here
Yes.
for me. And it took me, I had to tell myself that story over and over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew it was real. I couldn't see it. I ain't had nothing lined up, you know what I'm saying? But
Yes.
I knew it was more for me. And here's the thing why I wanted to share that story. One thing I knew is that the first thing I gotta do is get out of this community.
Yep.
Like that's my testimony. I knew
Yeah.
if I could get out of this community, I'm gonna make any and everything happen for myself, but I'm not
Mm-hmm.
gonna be able to do it. And I'm not blaming the people in the environment. I
Right.
just knew what I grew
That's
accustomed to.
right.
You see what I'm
That's
saying? So
right.
that's what when you said, I was like, listen, I remember that. And I knew that once I get out of this community, all the doors gonna open, all up. And listen, when I got out that community, everything went up. Everything
Everything.
went up, and they came. Listen, and it ain't came down yet. It ain't came down yet. So I feel you with that, and that's a bold move, though.
Yeah.
Like I gotta commend you for that, because that's a bold move. Because now you gotta go up against the traditions of your family, the traditions of your friends. You gotta go up. You gotta go up against cultural. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? What's
Yeah.
typically the scenario for us culturally? You gotta go up against all that and say, look, I
Yeah.
don't care, like whatever. I'll be all the way out here by myself, doing it myself. Shout out to you for doing that.
Thank you so
Like
much.
for real. Because I can, and that's why I asked you what age, because as I'm listening to you, it's like she been knowing this for a while. She ain't just feeling this. But it's such a bold statement and a bold move. You gotta kind of, sometimes it take you a minute to get that gut and that heart, you know what I'm saying, to really do it. Isn't that just talk about it? So good for you. That's what's up. Because at the end of the day, it ain't never too late. You know what I'm saying? It ain't never too late. So that's what's up. Good for you. And so yeah, watch. I know you already saying it, right? You just explained, as soon as you move, you start meeting more people, you know what I'm saying? Connecting to more people. And it's like, as much as we love our community, our family, and our friends, we just can't let them people, places, or things hold us back. Because it will. That's the real crab in the barrel. You know what I'm saying? Just the whole idea of the community that's doing what the community expects us to do. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to you. That's what's up. That's what's up. Okay, so now I want to ask you this.
Can you hear me?
Okay. And so we're gonna go back to.
Hold on. Can you hear me?
Oh, okay. You want to transition the house? You messing up. It's staticky.
Yeah, I know it's doing it again. I now can you hear me?
I've always heard you, but it's just staticky.
Yeah, yours
It just happened though.
a little
It
bit.
just happens.
I don't know what's going on with this connect. That's because I'm not at home. I have a little bit more home than I do out here for some
Yeah,
reason. But
it'll be more stable once you get home. You not home yet?
I mean, I don't want to. No, I'm about maybe 3 minutes from my house, but I don't want it. I don't want the recording to be static. Is it gonna, when you
Right,
go?
right.
So I'm just gonna leave again and come back in. Okay,
Okay,
again.
okay, that works. That's better. Yeah, we gotta do what it do. We can't,
Okay.
we can't control what this internet doing. We're just gonna keep, grateful for the patience and wanting to do it. You know what I'm saying? So, I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. Ain't that something though? A lot of times I hear that terminology of the crab in a barrel, and for the most part, a lot of times we use that in reference to a person or some people. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm more so subscribed to the idea that the whole crab in the barrel is a community of individuals. This is an environment, that just keeps pulling you in and pulling you down and sucking you dry, and leeching on you, and and in some very indirect ways discouraging you. And so it's not easy to transition yourself out of a space that you've been comfortable in or that you just been used to being a part of, and then trying to transition and to do something different. So I just started running my mouth, just to fill up the space.
Okay. I think that's it. I think because I was trying to put my phone on the charger. That's what it is.
Okay, yeah, because I don't
And
hear anything. It's crystal clear now.
yeah, it is.
Um,
So I'm just. I mean, I got like and it's crazy because I had a full bar. I was waiting because I know that was what you told me to have a
it's the
full bar.
streaming, though. The streaming platform drains your battery. It's
Yes,
that
it
shit.
does. It is like
Yeah.
really drainful. So I'm like at a 10%, but I'm right down the street, literally, from the
Okay.
house. So it's okay.
But I was just expressing how a lot of times we hear that term crabs in a barrel and we think about a person or a few people that's trying to pull us down and don't want us to grow. But I really subscribe to the idea, the notion that that crab in the barrel is a community of people. It's a whole environment that just pulls you down, and you know what I'm saying? It just weighs on
Hmm.
you, and discourages you. It doesn't encourage you. It doesn't push you up. It doesn't lift you up. It don't pull you up. It just suck you dry and it leech on you until you then get comfortable being at the bottom of the barrel like everybody else.
That's
That's the
right.
whole idea of that concept. You know what I'm saying? To keep you
Yeah.
down here with us because that's where the misery love company comes from.
Yeah.
The area, as long as you down here with us, we cool. Don't worry about your dream. But the moment you like, nah,
Hmm.
nah,
Yeah.
this ain't how it's ended for me. And then but that's a really big deal for you. Yeah, that's
It
a
is.
really
I
big deal
mean,
for you.
it is because still feel like, even though I had a lot of family, there, my family, they supported in their own ways. You know what I mean? So I don't be mad at nothing that they do or nothing like that, or when they can't make it to a show of mine or something like that, because all of my family has supported in their own way. I don't
Mm-hmm.
care if you got on there and shared it. I don't care if you commented. I don't care. All of it matters because one,
Right.
I'm monetized on all platforms.
Mm-hmm.
um I'm quick, really quick at build. I like to do content. I love to do content. I specialize in AI now. So I know how to do a whole lot of stuff. So whatever support, that I do get from them, I'm really, really, really grateful. I don't look for them to overdo it. Some people
Right.
actually overdo it for their people. And they meant that, you know what I mean? Because this
Mm-hmm.
person been trying to get up there for so long, they like, oh no, we know they good at this, and if I get blessed, I'm gonna bless the whole family. But
Mm-hmm.
I can't bless the whole family if you partially halfway wanna, you kind of sort of wanna believe, but you really don't believe in me, but you really want, you want to, but you don't want to. But it's like if you
Mm-hmm.
overdoing it, that means I feel like sometimes that might know with my cousin. See, I don't have no sisters, so my cousin was more my sisters. I have all brothers. Um, but I still feel like it's like, well, and we all got like our favorite person in the family. We all got our favorite person,
Mm-hmm.
favorite cousin, favorite aunt, favorite uncle. It's just some fun that we have. We all are each other favorites, but it's just that one person or two people that I can really relate to, or can relate to me,
Mm-hmm.
and see, and they understand where I'm coming from. So I never blame the community, like you said. I wouldn't blame the community. I just know
Mm-hmm.
that every community ain't for everybody. Just because
Right.
you've been there for years, you know what I'm saying? If I feel like if and I had started, so I'm not gonna knock too much of Richmond, because I had started to kind of sort of build my own team, my own family, my own peoples, because I did feel at one point that it was really lack of support from family. You
Mm-hmm.
know, my last couple of shows, I had opened up for Diamond and Body. And it's like I just been doing a lot of little shows. My family won't there. And this is the part where I felt like I felt myself now. You see what I'm saying? So now I'm really outside. Now I'm really having a good
Yeah.
time. And it's like everybody kind of sort of distance themselves, where I don't get that heavy support system that I should have
Mm-hmm.
behind family, when I'm not just out here playing. You see what I'm saying? I'm trying
Right.
to build a career.
Exactly.
I'm trying to, and I have the talent for it. So it's not like I'm just trying to be something somebody else want me to be. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I'm doing what I know I'm good at doing, and I've been doing this for a while. It just took me a long time because of the relationship that I've been in. I just felt like I lost a piece of me. You
Mm-hmm.
know. And it was kind of hard to build that piece of me. And I had to do it by myself. So that's when I really started finding friends where I had like Miss D and Rue. I'm sorry, I'm going in the
That's okay.
room. People like that, like Yale, and pretty much like I knew them for a while, but we didn't really get as close until here recently because I'm like, you know what? I gotta have my own people. I gotta have my own friends. I have to have kind of sort of my own community. When
Yeah.
it comes down to the music, because my type of music ain't for everybody. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so it's kind of
Mm-hmm.
sort of getting around the people that's gonna be in the same boat, be on the same boat as you.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I
mine.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that a lot of my family knows how hard it is to keep up with who I am, basically. Um, I always had this. I don't want to feel like I'm better than nobody, you
Mm-hmm.
know. But I've also learned that you gotta walk in like you own it.
Thank
You
you.
have to walk like you own it. I never try to do that because I ain't want nobody to try to down me like, damn, she ain't all that. She live like we. You know what I'm saying? It's always somebody that's gonna say something out the way stupid like that. So I kind of sort of try
But
to avoid hearing that.
we also project, right? So
Correct.
because we have allowed, because we minimize our lifestyle and minimize ourselves for so long, sometimes we're not comfortable walking in there like we own the room. Because we done
Mm-hmm.
shrunk for so long, you know what I'm saying? We done fat in and, we
Right.
done, you know what I'm saying? We done done all that for
Absolutely.
so long that now when it comes down to the fact that, no, I actually know who I am, I have the confidence, I have the skill set, the expertise to be this. And now we
Mm-hmm.
projecting because it's a slight insecurity
Yes.
because I wasn't always walking in this.
Yep.
So now
Yep.
once I do, now I'm worried about how they're gonna think. They're gonna think I'm better than.
Right.
They're gonna think I'm this. I swear I was just telling my daughter the other day, because she was like, she's pretty much saying what you say. I don't want nobody to think I'm better than. I said, but here's the reality: you are.
Yep.
I
That's what
am
somebody told
better
me.
than a lot of people. There
You
are
are.
people
Yep.
that are better than me. Like, what are we talking about?
Damn
What's
right.
the
In
fear factor?
everything.
No, I know I'm not just better than the person I used to be. I'm better than the person I used to be, and I'm better than a whole bunch of other people.
Otherwise,
That's a
yes.
known fact. The same way as tons of people better
So
than me.
true.
But see, again, our community is almost like a form of social engineering. I ain't trying to get too deep, but it is.
It
Because it's a
is.
psychological thing.
It
So now
is.
we bite off this apple. You know what I'm saying? We drink the Kool-Aid on, oh, don't brag, don't big yourself up, don't, no, why
Mm-hmm.
not?
Mm-hmm.
Why not? I ain't having a
Yep. You got
problem
to get
talking
out of
down
that.
on myself. I ain't have a problem belittling myself. I have a problem living, you know what I'm saying, shrinking. But
Yep.
now when I start feeling myself and saying my worth and
It's
understanding my purpose, now I gotta be modest.
yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, no. Here's the word. No, that ain't the word. Humble. That's the word. That's the
You want me
word
to be
they hang over.
quiet?
You gotta be humble. You gotta be
You want me to
humble.
still be quiet after I done said right
Yeah.
there was quiet this whole time?
Yeah, yeah, no.
Mm-mm.
It's time to be loud and obnoxious. You hear what I'm saying? We listen. It's time to
Mm-hmm.
be loud and obnoxious. We don't shrink. You understand what I'm saying? We expand,
Mm-hmm.
we increase. And when you start, and so what you said was when we create a community of people speaking like that, then it don't matter what you think. I don't care if you know my past. I don't care what you think
That's
about me
right.
and how you think she thinks she better than. No, you think I'm better than because you know I'm better
That's
than. And yeah, that's
yeah.
just yeah. And it's not trying to be arrogant because people call that it's
It's
not.
the
It's
truth
confident.
though. It's the truth. It's the
People,
truth.
our people sometimes love us as long as we're right there with them. We gotta be on that same
Mm-hmm.
playing field. You know what I'm saying? They love us to death and so,
Mm-hmm.
but the moment we start elevating, now you know what I'm saying? So it's just like I love how you said you gotta create your own family, your own community, because when you're around people that think like that and have that confidence, now you're able to walk in it and don't
Mm-hmm.
care nothing about whoever back there or down there what they got to say.
Yeah, because I
You
used
know
to
what
feel
I'm saying?
bad. I used to be like, man, like I go to shows and I'm like, I see it's like it's crazy because some shows I went to was based off of your crowd. So when you got a crowd of people behind you. They're like, yeah, even though you might have been the wackest person ever. I'm looking at
But you
somebody
got an
like, oh,
audience.
I don't even know what that stuff. That should sound terrible. You know what I mean? But because they have this team of people,
Support system. Yeah.
I'm talking about, yeah, that's my cousin. They got the grandma out there. They got everybody out there. That person won. You see what I'm saying? And it kind
Mhm.
of sort of like me with my look. And I'm the type, I cheer for everybody. I don't care if your music whack or not. It's the fact that you got up here in front of these people and perform what you feel that's coming from your heart. I still
Mhm.
want, even if I'm jamming off your beat that you wrote off of, you know what I mean? I'm
Right.
still gonna
Mhm.
give you that energy, but it's like when it's my turn to go up there and I know I got a squad of bitches, I'm talking about like, I know I
Yeah.
got a team, or I thought I had a team, and I look in the crowd and I only see one, maybe two family members. Wait a
Yeah.
minute. When I know for sure my family consists of at least 20 females. The minimum of 20 females, even if it's females that have been in my family for 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? They consider
Yeah.
family. Like I don't see them people. You know what I'm saying? So what happened was when I didn't see them, I was like, I don't even want to do this no more. I don't even want to do it no more. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because it brought a whole lot out of me to be like, girl, let me do something else. You know what I mean? I just find something else to do or whatever the case.
Oh, now, now while you're home. Well, you didn't complete. I didn't completely lose you because I can see that you're still connected. Mm, 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 mm. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. I don't want this to happen this evening. Come on. That's okay. If you missed it tonight, that's okay. We're gonna clip this one up and clip it down. Make sure you get it all. Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. Mm-mm. I know, I know, I know, I know. Let me just make sure. Okay, that's still showing up there. And make sure we're still here. Right here, right here, right here. All right, well, we didn't lose it. We're still streaming. Okay, let's see. We're gonna try this one more again, one more again, one more again, one more again.
All right, this one is better because somebody
Okay.
tried to call. That's why it interrupted. He
Oh, it
called.
would definitely drop you off. Okay.
Yeah. So I got on the phone on my other phone. This one way
Okay.
better.
I wanted to make sure we were still streaming, so we still good, we still good, we still good. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
we
yeah,
still
yeah,
good.
yeah.
So I said that I felt like that I had to build
Oh,
my own community, my own people. So what I did was
regardless if I had family there or not, because when I didn't see family there, it was like when I found out that I'm performing for a major artist, or opening up for a major artist. I mean, somebody major. I do an encore, so they wanted my song to be played twice. Something that they said won't even happen in the city of Richmond at all, where a song is being played twice by one of the highest DJs. Um, then they requested this song to be played twice for opening up for a artist, for somebody major.
Mhm.
They don't play it twice, so if they play it twice, you got something.
Yeah.
Um, but when I found out that some of my family were going to see the major person, and y'all don't even
Um.
know that I ain't performing for this person, and I set it off in there, had a ball, but yet it's been like two. It didn't happen twice actually, and I didn't open up for somebody or something like that, and y'all going to see the person, somebody else. You know what I mean? So it's like a lot of that. A lot of it kind of sort of, it kind of like messed my head up. But
Mhm.
here, when it happened, as now I got a little bit more confident, so I didn't care. Go
Right.
see who. Uh-huh. Go see who you want to go see, who you want to spend all your money, $100, $50, $75. Who go ahead. I don't even care no more, because now I've built a community and people who actually do what I do. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like my people I'm with, so me going with like Rue, D, I also got my one of my favorite, well, she's my favorite cousin is my FC. Like when I see people like that, I'm like, that's all I need. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Yeah.
that's my peoples, and they not, only one of them is my blood family member. You feel me? Only one.
Mhm.
Um, and I did have another family member as well. She was always real supportive. We just not on talking terms right now at the moment. But she was also another one of my favorite cousins too. They always supported, knew my music, all of that. I don't expect you to learn word for word. I don't expect you to know it if you don't want to listen to it. You know what I mean? But the stuff that I rap about, my family listens to Cardi B sing it. My
Yeah.
family listens to Megan Thee Stallion sing it. You know what I mean? It kind of sort of like blew me where I was real comfortable with moving. Bye. Because
Mhm.
what I'm here for. You know what I'm
What
saying?
you
Yes,
here
I'm
for,
here.
right?
I can come back and forth for the family, the community that I was building, because we built the core for. So, I can come back and be entertainment to them. You feel
Mhm.
me? But it's like I
Mhm.
only be pressed. It was no cutting back or no, ooh, I don't know if I want to move or not. It was like bad
Yeah, it's almost like they gave you a reason because now you
to
had to
run.
evaluate what am I really here for? Because you
Yeah.
know, what I'm saying? Like, yeah,
So
like
it's like,
yeah.
I ain't the type that just, he said, she said, I heard. No, I hear a lot of things. You know what I mean? I see a lot of things. But I been saw it back then. And I was just like, you know what? I'm like I said, I'm gonna build my own people. You know what I mean? People that understand the rap world, because that's a whole nother side of the
Right.
universe. Is when you dealing with a rapper or people that do music. That stuff come with a lot of stress. It come with a lot of, patient. Um, build up. It's like you got to build these people. You have to get you a good engineer. You have to get you a good
Mhm.
videographer. You have to get you, everything come out of pot. Everything is
Right.
money. You have to pay for a lot of things. Um, so I try to like kind of dip into everything. I don't know. It was losing me. It was like, well, it ain't no reason for me doing music. Everybody know I do music, but it don't seem like nobody's interested. So I moved
So
on
it
to
was
something else.
discouraging. It was
Yes.
discouraging.
Yes, it did. And I didn't feel like that I can walk in the room where I had my head up high, where I knew I was that bitch. Like I didn't have that type of energy built in me behind the fact that I didn't want to feel like I was stepping on nobody else's toes. I was getting more attention than somebody else, whatever the case may be, because I don't have perfect things. I ain't perfect, I got what I can afford. I got what I like. And that's how I live. But trying to live off somebody else's expectation. I was doing that for a long time. And now it
Mhm.
got to the point where I don't even care. I don't care what you say. I don't care how you think or none of that. It is what it is. Um, I don't care if you don't like my hair. I don't care if you don't like my clothes. If, give me advice on it. Don't tell me what to do, because now it's too late. Now I don't care. You
Right.
feel
Right.
me? Like,
Mhm.
so it was kind of sort of like, and I always, like I said, kept the same energy. I don't have like family members that's like, oh, Shay whack, or you know what I mean, I don't like what she doing. I've heard little small things in between, you know,
Mm-hmm.
but it was nothing really because, like I said, it got too late where I really don't care what you think. You know what I mean? I
Right.
cared at first because I
You
tried
carry
to
that
change
first.
my whole
Mm-hmm.
thing around. I try to change everything about me around to fit that I can have. I did it so that I feel like that I will have more people supporting if I do something different. You know what I'm saying? But
And
music
and
always been
that's
the
what I was gonna
passion.
ask you. I was gonna ask you, you feel like you lost your identity by trying to fit this mold of what you
Hmm.
thought everybody would gravitate to. If
Yeah,
I'm this type of way or this person, then maybe they'll support me then, or they'll like me then, or accept me then.
yeah. I
Mm.
had that. I had that at one moment. I'm not like that now though. I'm talking about like I don't even care what nobody say. How nobody think now? It's like, well,
Because
I
you
pay
feel
my
like you
own
found
bills.
yourself now. You feel like you found yourself. It sounds like you're comfortable with who you are, and
Hmm.
you're not concerned with who's not concerned with you.
Yeah, because when I struggle, I don't struggle with everybody. I struggle with me.
Mm,
Kids. I cry to me. I cry to the Lord. You know what I mean? I cry to kids. It's like
mm,
so with just having that or the man that I'm in a relationship with now. I cry to closer people that kind of sort of feel where I'm coming from, experience what I've experienced, have, advice that they can give me,
mm,
for the better. So I just choose to just distance myself for real. I'm like, it doesn't even matter. People here where I'm at, they don't know me. It's
mm,
different. They don't know me. You know what I mean? So it's kind of sort of been a little bit tough because if my car break down or something like that happens, I ain't got my mom. She can come and take me
right,
or
right.
get my kids to school. It's like I gotta do other things. I gotta make sure it happens. I gotta
Mm,
make it happen regardless of what. So that's kind of sort of the life that I'm like stuck at. Um, but I'm happier. If I am struggling or if I do go through something, I'm here. Nobody can see it there where they have
mm,
something to talk about or something to make me feel even smaller,
mm,
or don't feel good about myself. Like, but I still, like I said, my friends are my friends. I don't have the same friends from high school. They kind of sort of switched up when they got a man.
mm,
Um, so I don't have them, but I just got to the point now. It's like it's either I'm fucking with you or I'm not. You know what I
mm,
mean? Like it ain't no trying to do too much to get my attention. I ain't gonna do too much to get yours. I'm still gonna be me. I got a personality that brings so many people closer to me. You know what I mean? And they be all strangers. Like I
mm,
just built. I had 1,200 followers on Instagram for over probably 5, 6, 7 years. Right? I,
mm,
I wasn't really dealing with that because I had started going viral on TikTok. So I jumped into that. Instagram wasn't my favorite. I wasn't a big fan of it. Within the last 2 weeks, I just gained 8,000 followers in the last two
mm,
weeks.
mm,
Um, so I know what I'm good at doing. I
mhm.
know that, and I used to let people take that away from me, and now I'm just like, oh no, like
Yeah.
it's nothing else. I mean, nobody can really do. I just really put it in the hands of the Lord, and I allow Him to walk me through it because I don't. It's not too many people that I want to go to. I can go to a lot of people. It's just
Mhm,
certain people I just don't want to go to because you're not doing no better than me. Like
mm,
when I moved here, people had a lot of opinions. On well, why would you want to move there? Oh, it's just so much going on. Oh, just be. Oh, the rap word is crazy now. Like you just need this and you need to do that. And I said, how you gonna tell me about a state you ain't never lived in? You might have visited that city, but you don't know this state. And I'm not in Atlanta. You see what I'm saying? I'm in Georgia, but I'm not in Atlanta, Georgia. Where
mhm,
it's I go there because that's where a lot of action is, at. And when it comes to music, that's where I go to do like studio time and stuff like that. But I don't live in Atlanta. So it's
mhm,
like a lot of people assume that, oh, she's in Georgia. It's gonna be a lot. I done heard that the traffic is heavy. This, that, and the third. Yeah, it's probably heavy when you came down here because you came down here on a holiday, or you came down here to see an artist, or you came down here to do
But
whatever.
all that's
But
irrelevant, though. All that's
it
irrelevant.
is.
You know what
It
I'm saying? It's
is.
almost like it's just be happy for the decision I made. And
Right.
sometimes it's like, so it's two things. So the Bible has a scripture where it says a prophet is not receiving his own home, right? And so
Mhm.
that's just basically saying that unfortunately we're not going to be as received amongst our own people. It's just, you know what I'm saying? That's an
Yeah.
unfortunate reality.
Yeah,
And
it
that's
is
not for
too.
every single body, but that's
Yeah.
for a vast majority of us.
Yes.
Most of us got to lead the city.
Yeah.
We got to lead the community in order to get some traction because, as I mentioned, everybody cool as long as we right here.
Mm-hmm.
All the same. And then the other one I want to throw out to you, you know, there's a term where it says, you hang around five broke people, you're going to be the sixth what? The sixth broke one.
Because
You know what I'm saying?
energy jumps. Energy jumps.
Exactly. And so,
Energy
and
jumps.
not only does it jump, it's contagious. That's the
Yes, it
word.
is.
It's
Very
contagious.
contagious. Very contagious.
You know
Good
what I'm
word.
saying? Because then you'll start thinking like they think,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
means you'll start acting like they act. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, okay, girl. They ain't got nobody impressed. You know what I mean? So I would just look
Mm-hmm,
like them. Yeah,
mm-hmm,
like,
mm-hmm.
and I did that plenty of time where I feel like, oh, I ain't got on the right stuff. You know what I mean? Because all of my people got on heels and I got on tennis shoes. But I always, it was crazy because when I was younger, I always used to tell myself like, it's something special about you. I didn't know. I swear, I thought about this maybe like a couple of months ago. I said, I had told my boyfriend, I'm like, I used to say that to myself when I was younger. It's
Mm-hmm.
something about you that's really special. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, because I was young. So I didn't know. I just knew I was really talented. Like, I can skate real good. I like the skateboards. I like I can play games really good. Like, I do hair. It's like I'm multi-talented where I'm like,
Yeah.
that's sweet. You know what I mean? Like, I haven't had like no type of disease, thank God. I haven't, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, okay, Shay, it's something
Yeah.
about you. I always felt like I was real special. Like, I got all fingers, toes, ain't nothing wrong with my like body parts. And it's because some people aren't blessed with all that. So I'm
Very.
like, I don't have a dad, and I just lost my dad. Like 2 years, been like probably 2 years now. Yeah, this month be 2 years. Yeah, 2 years
Mm-hmm.
that I lost my dad. But I never had a dad, so it didn't. It do bothers me that he's not here, but I don't notice that too much of it because he was never there. You feel me? When he was alive, you wasn't really there. So
Right.
it still bothers me that that he's gone. But it was like my mom was so more of a dad and mom.
Mm-hmm.
That would affect me more than anything than him. I don't like the way that he did pass because some teenagers, killed my dad. Young kids,
Oh no.
yeah, had killed my dad. He was a cool dude. He didn't have like a messed up heart, and he was real cool, real nice dude. I just felt like that him being a dad was something he didn't know how to do.
Mm.
It was just something he wasn't good at doing. I mean, it's not that hard to take care of somebody the way you take care of yourself, but the way you take care of yourself is not a good way. You feel me? So you
Mm-hmm.
couldn't have possibly took care
So
of.
how much better could you have done with the child?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's just not gonna work. So I do thank God for my mom. You know what I mean? For her support and her strength because it takes that. You know what I mean? Behind trying to deal with younger kids or young adults. Um,
What do you think? Let me ask you this. What do you think is one of the main attributes you got from your? Do you think it was the grit? Do you think it was confidence? Like, what do you think you got from your mom that helps you be the woman you are today?
strength.
Mm-hmm.
Um, just being strong. As far as like a strong mindset, you know what I mean? Because it starts within the mental.
Mm-hmm.
But like my mom, she always had this this whole type of energy. Like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know what I mean? You gotta make it happen. So the strength that was in her is in me to not
Mm-hmm.
to not consider myself as a failure. Consider myself as being the weakest, or consider myself as just being somebody who can't do it. You know what I mean? 'Cause my mom
Mm-hmm.
was so strong with it, like, oh, she ain't never like live with somebody else. You feel me? She pay her bills. You know what I'm saying? This is like the first time my mom really, she went back to her with my big mom. You know what I mean? To help them as well because she's older. So my
Mm-hmm.
mom is like trying to help them too, but we ain't never like live with other family members and stuff like that. So the strength that I saw her do with kids, it was like, oh, I can do
And
that.
holding the family together. You've seen her
Yeah,
hold
I can do
that.
that. My mama ain't had no dude. My mama like females, so I've been around females. Um, like in relationships like that. Ain't never been a man. She's never been attracted to like really men. Like my dad and my brother dad was like a one time type of quick and done, type thing, and she had us, but she liked it women. So I know more so of how to be a woman than, what I'm saying, like than having a male around to learn the male side of it. And I think that is why I actually chose the wrong men, but the right men because I love my kids, but the wrong men,
Because you
to
didn't have
build.
that example. You didn't have that example of a man at
Yeah,
home.
I didn't know how to do it. I just was like, well, shoot, if she like him and everybody else like him, I'ma like him. Like, I went like that. I didn't have like, because again, I ain't my mind won't together fully develop enough to actually understand the concept of what you looking for in a man. You know what I
Because
mean?
you
Like
were
my
young too. So yeah.
yeah, young. So I'm watching my cousins. You know what I mean? They're older than me. You know what I mean? So I'm watching them, and I'm like, shoot, this shit. She be having all the Jordans and all of this and all of that. I'm gonna try to do what she do because she looks so happy. You know what I mean? She looks so settled. She look like she got it going on. I see her with all the new fresh shit on. Stuff like that. So it's like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go to that towards that direction. What kind of niggas, y'all be liking? You know what I mean? And it's like being around that, you pick up one of them type of dudes,
Absolutely.
and then it's the wrong dude because now it's a whole different situation. And
Because you
I
were
didn't
only able to
know how to,
see the outside of the relationship. You wasn't aware of
yeah,
what was going on the inside.
yeah. And then it's like I always look at the good side before the bad. I don't never look at somebody's bad side first. I try to look at the good part of you because the bad, I can outweigh it with the good. You know what I mean? If I
Mm-hmm.
bring some extra good to it, it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
outweigh the bad side. Yeah, you
Right.
might have got in trouble when you was young because of your childhood life. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You don't like my baby dad is the same. It's like for some reason I kept attracting the same type of guys. And I
Mm-hmm.
also believe, reading the Bible, it was you attract what you believe. So what I was believing the whole time, I was attracting it. And I'm like, why do I keep getting every dude I deal with is a felon? Every dude I deal with, can't get nothing, don't can't get a job. Or every dude I deal with don't have two things to match. I don't have a car. Or you know what I'm saying, got multiple kids or baby mama drama. Or it's like I kept reaching the same
Mm-hmm.
type of dudes. It's like I couldn't get out of it. And I'm like, why do I keep doing this? I need to go back in. I need to ask the Lord in particular
Yeah,
what
right.
I
You
want.
got to be specific.
I need I need to tell you exactly what kind of man I
Good
want.
credit.
Because
Yes.
I didn't know what kind of man I
Mhm.
want. So I just was accepting whatever the Lord gave me. I feel like, oh, you came my way, you was attractive, you liked me, I liked you. Well, it must be a blessing from God. Because at the beginning it's always nice and cool and fun, and then
Yeah, yeah. And we think everything good is God in the beginning. So
yeah, the moment you get pregnant and move in, then you realize like, hold on, because he should have been doing the good stuff before I got pregnant, before I
exactly.
moved in. But being young and fast and just trying to find some type of peace, I kept running into a hole. I kept going into a hole, kept going into a hole. I'm like, man, I'm just gonna be single. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna be a single girl. I don't mind being single. I've learned how to be alone. I move in silence. I didn't tell nobody I was moving, but probably maybe three people because I feel like that's all I needed to know. I ain't feel like I needed to tell everybody I was moving because somebody's always there to try to stop. Why you move? Why would you move that far? Why would you?
And discourage you and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I didn't tell nobody. I just left. And when I left, it was like, oh my gosh, Shay moved. For real. See, now you don't have nothing to talk about because it's nothing to talk about. I moved. It's just simple. You know what I mean? Richmond ain't for everybody. Virginia ain't for everybody. It's so much stuff, so many things out here that we
It's
can't.
just so much more to life.
It
That's just
is.
yeah, it's
It,
just
it,
so
it,
much more
it
to
really
life.
is. And I didn't know that. I just felt like I was just stuck there until my kids got grown. I didn't feel like that I had the strength that my mom had, you know, um, to move around with four kids, four individual kids. Like,
Yeah.
what the word? I can't just drop them off with dad because dad might be incarcerated. I just can't drop them off with dad because dad is in the mood that he want to hurt himself today. I can't just drop them off with, a family member who's already irritated because you got men problem and you ain't in the mood for no kids. You know what I'm saying? I can't just. It was like I had to be here. That
Mm,
I had to close up all of the open spaces that I had and be who I had to be. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like
Let
I
me
said,
ask you this. So
hmm,
do you and I ask this for several reasons. Is there anything that you can think regarding your mother's lifestyle that may have not cause you to choose men the wrong way, but just maybe just cause you to not really understand how to pick a man? Do you think that her lifestyle could have kind of had
I
something to do with
mean,
that?
it's crazy you said that because I thought about this like 2 days ago while I was in the shower. I
Hmm.
swear I thought about that same question, and it was more so of me like, I wonder what it would have been to have a full dad. Would it would have been different or would it have been the same? Like, because at the end of the day, God got the last word. So it don't matter if it's a man or not. It all depends on what I can learn from that.
Mm-hmm.
Or what to do or what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's nothing really about my mom. No, not really, because my mama, that her liking women, she had prissy girls, and she was the rough one. You know what I'm saying? My mama don't get her nails done and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So that was kind of sort of the boyish, the mannish side.
Mm-hmm.
I saw my mom, but I looked at her because she was my mom. You know what I'm saying? She's not my
Right.
dad, but she was strong enough to fit both categories. Where, like I said, my mama dressed, boyish. She kind of sort of like she wear earrings too and little things, but she's not girly, like prissy girly like I am. Um, so I don't know, cause I mean I don't know. I guess it was what I thought that I like. You know what I mean? I like boys who um got goals in their mouth. You know what I mean? It was like just now certain things that I attracted in men. They was like, okay, he's cute, and he just looks fun to be around. And I don't want to go with a dude who don't match me. You feel me? Like he looking crazy because you don't even know how to put on clothes, decent clothes that match me. You know what I mean? I don't want to feel like I'm outdoing you. So it's kind of sort of like I try to get somebody.
Because a man should compliment you
Right.
versus.
Yes. And see, yes, me not having no dad, like I said, my dad was alive, but it was times where I feel like I had needed that man strength versus my mama man strength. You see what I'm
Right,
saying? Because my
right,
mama still gonna she's still gonna approach me like a mother. You see what I'm
right.
saying? Versus a father. I really don't even know how it is to be approached by a real father. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard in my household, with my dude, not my man that I'm with now, because he's like he a father. You know what I mean? He's trying to do what he gotta do to substitute for what my kids' daddy don't do. He do, but it's kind of hard because we don't know how to react to a real man in the
Mm-hmm.
household. You feel
Okay,
me?
so, and that's kind of where I was going with it
Yeah.
because essentially what I mean, I think it's just traditional, right? Like for an example, my husband, I chose he's more like my father. So I was raised, I had my mother and father in the household. So even when they separated, I stayed with my father. So it was almost like that was the nature of dude that I knew that I would end up with just because. I mean, of
Yeah.
course, there's many things that's completely different, but the
Right.
core things about him being a provider and taking care of the family, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? Making that wanting me to going on 9 to 5, like those different core things
Yeah.
I picked up because that was in my household.
Yep.
So I was able to recognize that
Yep.
in
Yep.
him.
Yep.
Not in every man, don't get it twisted.
Right.
Not in
Right.
every man, but I was able to recognize those things in him. And so that's why I said I asked for many reasons, because that's kind of how most women that have a relationship with their father, most times they choose somebody like their father.
That's similar.
Now, but here's a double-edged sword. Now, there are some females that choose the man like the deadbeat father too, that they've never known.
Yes.
But
Yes.
because it's something about the absent father,
Mhm.
because it's a character,
You're right.
it's character traits, and they see those things in those men that look like good things,
Yeah.
but don't realize it's something darker in the
So blind.
introducing with the right. And so it's like, and so that's why I was asking, because I can only imagine, because it was my story, but I've heard enough people's story where a lot of women, when they don't have that, because whether they have the father in the house or not, a lot of times it's just not a relationship.
Yep,
That's
yep,
kind of really where the lag is. There's no relationship with them, and so they end up having to go through all these dudes because they don't really know what a
yep.
good man look like.
But
They don't
yeah,
even know what a
yeah. What it thought?
comforting man feel like.
Yeah,
They don't even know what a protective man supposed to talk like. So they don't have anything to compare.
yeah,
And so, to your point, you said it earlier. It was almost like, well, shoot, they like him. Okay, I like him. Like it's
yeah,
almost like we don't really, because we don't have much to compare.
yeah,
And so
yeah,
that's what I was going with it. So now what ends up happening, because again, it's something that just, it's a gradual thing, right?
yeah.
So now not only did you not see it, for you not to know, now your kids aren't able to see it,
Yes,
at least a healthy situation from what I understand. So
yeah.
now they may have a concern, and it's not for everybody. Everybody don't experience it. Some people are just
Right.
able to, right? So this is not for everybody. I don't mean that's going to happen with your kids. So let me be clear. But it's just tradition.
It have
And
happened.
now
I
the
have a
kids
21 year
don't,
old.
right, because now it's almost like, if he's trying to father, they probably be like, hold on, we don't know about that.
Yes, yes. I had a dude. He was nice. He was cool. And he used to like open the door for me a lot. You know what I mean? I used to be like, boy, I'm not open my own door. It's like I'm going against something that was actually a good thing, and it wasn't a bad thing.
You just
Where it's
wasn't
more
familiar
so
with
of
it.
being treated like a queen and a woman, where he wants to open the door sometimes for me to allow me to get out, so I don't like break a nail or it's certain things, you know what I mean, or whatever. And that stuff started annoying me. I was like, I can open the door. You know what I mean? Like I can get by time. So what I did was every time he got out, I hurry up and got out before him because I wasn't used to it. I was just like, I don't want you to overdo it. I don't want you to scare me away from you. Because
And
it's
he
it's a
probably wasn't even overdoing it. He probably was just
he
doing what he normally do.
where he how he was raised. And it was like I
Right.
never really gave him too much of a chance because as
Mm-hmm.
soon as I saw something else, it was like, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. You know what I mean? You doing too much, or maybe I'm overacting, or I don't know. I just don't want you. You don't have to do that. I don't want you to feel like
Well,
that you obligated.
it just wasn't familiar behavior to be receptive to. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It just was outside the norm. So, like with anything that's outside the norm, you don't know how to respond to
They
it.
don't know how to
You
like. I'm
know, so
like,
yeah.
yo,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's kind of and it kind of reflect, too on my kids. Like I said, because I got three daughters, and the oldest ones I kind of sort of, well, they all three of them is really kind of sort of trying to date. My oldest daughter, she stays in Virginia. She didn't move with me. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I am the type of parent that I'm allowed them to live. I don't want to keep you attached to me. You feel me? Like you do what you got to do because we have to learn from the mistakes that we make. So you go live your life the way you like it, and I'm always still gonna be here as long as the Lord
Right.
allow me to be here. But she went through a lot. Went through a lot at a young age. Um, what her mental is concerned, where she felt like that she wasn't good enough. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Because then my kids was looking for a father, their dad, and he don't have the strength enough to stand up and say, hey, let me teach y'all how to, or what to look for in a man, or some key points in a man. So she
Mm-hmm.
experienced a lot crying, to the point where it was like she didn't even believe in herself no more. She wanted to end her life. And it was a lot, you know what I mean? It came behind my daughter, and now I have my other daughter that's ready to be 20. She not all into all of that. She just kind of sort of stay to herself. When she do have like a date or something, I tell her, you know what I mean, like go on your date. You know what I mean? You don't, because I'm trying to teach her what I didn't know. You know what I'm saying? What I didn't learn. And she'll push you back. Like, mom, if they ain't called me in 2 days, I say they could have lost a parent. They could have had an issue behind them closed doors. They were trying to fix before they got into it with, a relationship with you. You have to give people time. Like, you don't know, because if something happens to somebody that's really close to me, I don't want to talk for like a week. Give me a minute. You feel me?
Right.
Everybody grieve
Right.
different, so you don't know why they didn't call you 2, 3 days later or whatever. But
Mm.
I just think that my kids, like I said, they don't know how to look for the same thing that I was trying to. So I'm kind of sort of trying to teach them. I didn't want to wait until they got 20 to teach them.
Mm.
So my 16-year-old, I've been teaching them since they were like 16, 15,
Mm.
16, because I know that that's the time where we start stepping out and want to be
Right.
females,
Right.
and we start developing and stuff like that, and hormones kicking in. So I teach them before they get grown, of the life of an adulthood, and
Right.
still be a mom. So it's like it be a lot because they three different, totally different
Yeah.
females and been around each other all their life, but they three totally, one know how to attract but don't know how to keep. One don't know how to attract, but she probably know how to keep. She know how
Mm.
to keep. And then one of them, that baby girl, she just like, I'm all sad. I'm all sad. You know what I
Mm.
mean? I'm just all sad. Like
Mm.
if I see you, I see you. If I don't, it's like three different females,
Completely
and
different personalities.
they
Mm-hmm.
all me. They all me. I see me in each and every last one of them from the stages that I went through. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
So certain things is like it hit different. You know what I mean? It hit different when
Yeah.
you don't have a actually father figure around. And then here it is 20, 30 years later, a man come in that's trying to be a father, and
Mm.
he's looking for certain reactions out of the things that he do, and he don't get it. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So my dude would be like, well, dang, he, I didn't call you on the phone. Ain't nobody speak. Ain't nobody say Happy Father's Day. Ain't nobody. And it's not to be funny. It's just like
Right.
they be forgetting that, you know what I'm saying? Because I haven't
Mm.
had a relationship where
That
it
I
was
was
a
that hasn't been their norm.
that been the real deal. I haven't had no relationship with, what, man wanted to move, with me and take the responsibilities of older kids that's
Right.
not his, and when they was younger, I didn't have that. It's like men just wanted to be with me. But you can't just be with me. You gotta be with us. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
Because they is me. So it was kind of sort of, I've been with men where they had kids and their kids by somebody else was more important
Mm.
than what was going on inside of the home. I feel like, even if you have a child by somebody else, that's fine. They are part of our home now. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? Still our home. You can't just leave my kids to the side and because your kids got, it's
Right.
stuff like that I experienced, and I just be like, I don't got the patience. I can't do it no more. I can't, you
Yeah.
know, put up with the situation of men. Like I can't do that. So I was like by myself for a long time. I've been with him for a year and some change now. But I was alone. I wanted to be alone. I was tired of trying to fish for the right man. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, let
Right.
me go in here and put down exactly what I want in the man. You feel me? I
Right.
ain't. I know.
And
You
look,
know.
and then not only that, right? And then not only that, because it's not just what we want, our checkbox, our list, right? It's also let me get myself in a space where I'm loving me the way I want to love me. Because I
Yeah.
think a lot of times we forget as women that if we can't love ourselves,
You can't
we
love
ain't
nobody
gonna, we,
else.
we won't even allow a real man to love us.
So it ain't because you
You know what
got
I'm
so much
saying?
beneath you. Yeah, you stepping on
Mm-hmm.
your own heart. You know what I mean? I was definitely like that for a minute, but not no more, girl. I'm tell you right now. I pray and I prayed. I don't play when I pray,
Yeah.
and when I pray, I let it go. I let that man do what he got to do upstairs to complete what need to be completed in my life.
Right. Right.
And we just go. I just go with the flow now. It's like I can't piece it no more. It's been hard, you know what I mean? It's been tough, but now it's kind of sort of loose. It's kind of like it loosened up now. You know what I mean? It's a little bit more easier now because I
Well, you know what I
understand.
hear? Can I say this? I heard someone express this the other day. I thought it was pretty powerful. And so the gentleman was talking about the butterfly in the cocoon, right? And he talked about that process, right? And he
Mhm.
spoke about how someone decided to crack open the cocoon thinking that it was helping the butterfly because I
Mm.
guess the wing was kind of hanging out the crack or something like
Mhm.
that. It was no visual. I'm just remembering what he said, so I'm trying to visualize it. And so he speaks about how someone sees the wing coming out the crack, and so they say, "Hey, well, I'm gonna, thinking it's
Try to
doing
help
them a
open.
favor by helping." And he was like, "But the person was unaware that that process of that butterfly getting out of that cocoon on its own is what's going to help it to be able to sustain storms, fly high, like all these different transitions that a butterfly will go through.
Mm-hmm.
And so he spoke, and I was like, dang, that's powerful, because that's what happens, right?
Yeah,
Some
right.
people call themselves wanting to help, which could even be us, right? We want to be what we want to call it, prematurely put ourselves
Mm-hmm.
in a situation, not realizing, no, go through the whole process so you can get everything
Yep.
out that you need to get out
Yeah.
of,
Yeah.
because everything you need in that process is going to propel you and help you withstand the storm. You know what I'm saying? Be able to face adversity. And when I heard that, I was like, that's so powerful.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I share that to say that what I'm hearing in you is that you've been in this cocoon state for a while, right? And it's like, and I envision what he said, right? And it's like, and that wing been out, you know what I'm saying, for a minute. Like, look, I'm about to listen, I'm ready to fly. You lying, like I'm getting up out of here, right?
Yeah.
And because God didn't allow you to come out of it too soon, that's why it's almost like, because what I'm hearing is like that. Like now it's on.
Yes.
I'm meeting these people, I'm doing these things, I move, met
Yeah.
somebody, like all these things are happening, like boom, boom, boom. And so it's what they consider godly timing. And so it sounds like things are aligning itself, right? And that's why everything that you've been wanting and you knew that you were capable of having is coming into fruition. That's why
Yeah.
it's all coming to fruition. It's like, so now, God forbid, some storm do come, because I don't care how we get in life, storms gonna come.
So will.
Wealthy, the wealthy hit storms. You get a storm in your BMW, you get a storm in your 5 bedroom.
Girl, what?
Storms ain't no respect of a person, no accolades or credentials or
Better
having.
know.
Yeah, no.
Hmm.
And but again, I think that, and I strongly believe this. I think that because you kind of stayed in that cocoon as long as you should have, that you're gonna handle your storms differently.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
believe that your blessings are going to be greater because you're able to handle it. You said earlier you don't think God will give you more than you can bear.
So ain't he don't give me
So we
what I
got
can
to know
handle.
that sometimes a lot of those things we wanted, we didn't get because then we couldn't have bared it then.
Yes.
We wouldn't have
Couldn't
been able to
handle it.
handle it then.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So maybe you wouldn't have been able to handle it in Richmond.
I won't.
Maybe you
I
wasn't
won't be able to
ready
do it.
for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
I would have
yeah,
been distracted. I would have been distracted. I would have did all for what I didn't, what I wasn't supposed to do. I wasn't gonna be able to complete the assignment of a nail,
yeah, that's part,
so
that part.
I had to actually just like gather it all up, move in silence, and now I can talk about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, I kept my relationship, the abusive relationship, I'm small, in the cocoon with me for so long
Mm,
until I dropped a song. And I had so many I didn't realize that people was gonna understand what I was
mm,
saying. Oh my goodness. I'm small. My inbox was going crazy. My family members were hitting me up like, I didn't even know you were going through this
mm,
situation. Like this is crazy, Shay. Like I didn't even know you were actually going through this because I always stayed so bright. You know what I'm saying? I just try not to get people in the middle of my business because
mm.
when you do that, somebody can get hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was kind of sort of trying to protect my family because even though I can call them and be like, look, somebody best will be, they gonna come. They gonna come
Mm,
like goons, you know what I mean? But somebody I can also lose one of them because I called them to my fight. You feel me? So
yeah.
I kind of sort of kept that in the closet until I just was in the mood to talk about it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? When I was in the mood to talk about it, I put it in a song and I remade Tank Maybe I Deserve. I
mm,
remade that. Of course I was talking about what I deserve in a relationship. You know what I mean? And I
mm,
talked about how me being around my family members, I was getting threatened calls, threatened text messages, you know what I mean? Things like that where I'm trying to have a good time and enjoy, the time that I do got. It's stuff like that that I was getting. They don't even know until they heard the song. They're like, Shay, you was going through all of that, bro. Like,
mm,
yes, y'all were there, but wasn't there. You feel me?
mm,
Like, y'all didn't see it because it looked good because I didn't react to it. You know what I mean? Unless we were at
mm,
home, we were fighting behind closed doors. You know what I mean? Like that type of situation. So it wasn't for everybody to be involved because I felt like it was something I had to get out of. You know what I mean? They didn't hook me up with him. I did it. So I feel like I got into that situation on my own, where I feel like I need to get out of it with just the Lord's help. You know what I mean?
And that's what you meant when you said earlier about how you made the bed, then you gonna
And I
lay
had to lay in it. Yep. I had to lay in it. It was a hard bed to lay in, boy. I'm talking about woo, but I still felt like I was like, I have to get out of this, because I'm not gonna be able to be here for my kids. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able to see a lot because it's getting too dangerous. You know what I mean? It's getting way too dangerous. I can't even go have fun and gotta come home and fight for hours. I can't go to work and stay back after work to check a little bit with coworkers, because we just enjoying that time. I have to be at home at a certain time because I said I was gonna be there at 2:30. I need to be there no later than 2:32. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of that stuff they didn't know that I had went through. You know what I'm saying? And was going through because I had been with this person for 9 years, and I didn't see out of 9 years, only 2 years spread it out was good. 9 years, so spread it out the whole way, that it was good. That I had some type of who, or was able to really like enjoy, you know, the relationship. So I don't know what happened, you guys. She's coming back. But shout out to anybody who, experienced it, what I experienced. Shout out to everybody, all mothers, who's actually been through the storm and back. Shout out to all fathers who've been through the storm and back, trying to raise kids, trying to live life, trying to, get in where we fit in at. And it's not hard, easy. It's really, it could be tough. So I just want to shout out everybody. I just want to tell everybody, y'all stay blessed. Keep y'all heads up, you know what I mean? Because it's hard, but it's not nothing that you can't, defeat.
What is going on?
Defeat you. It's something you can fight. Okay,
Yeah,
now
I
she's back
appreciate you saying
now. I
that.
was just,
Because my do not disturb,
I was
because I know it don't
entertaining.
go live on Mondays. I got a call, and I need to make sure to tell them not to call back. Hold on, I'm live. Yeah, I think my do not disturb went off, because it's normally not even on Mondays. But I gotta make sure to call back.
Y'all, it's
And
just
so
like a
no, you
delay
said
now.
something. It's a delay.
Go ahead, let me see.
It's a delay.
Okay,
Is
it's
it a
okay.
delay?
It's okay.
It's good. Okay. You had mentioned something. You were talking about the 9 years and how two of them spread out was good. So was there any? Because if you talk about the bed that you made that you had to lay in, so
Hmm.
so are you being accountable because the red flags were there early and you continued the relationship? Is that kind of why you feel more so at fault?
Yeah, because the first time it happened, I should have known that was wrong. You feel me? The
The first
first time
time.
that I was called on my name when I didn't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? And it was crazy because I'm like, it had that man. I'm talking about, it had me thinking that I dead serious was doing something wrong. Like, I'm like,
Hmm.
maybe I said it wrong, or it made me feel like I was just so wrong. And I lie to you not, like, to this day, he cannot, or neither one of my kids' father, anything could say that I did something to hurt them, harm them. I always try to like back them up, pay for everything, pay for stuff, did what I had to do, being a good mom, make sure that I did what I had to do in the home, that I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Hmm.
still learning. And it's like, it's like the way he did it, it was more so he made me feel like I was the like a messed up individual. Like,
Hmm.
if because I know at one point of time I felt like that. It's like when I started seeing that it was wrong,
Hmm.
I started reacting different. What I did was I placed myself into his shoes. Now this is something that I don't recommend, but I do it a lot. But I don't recommend it. But I mean, it's only for people who can handle it. So what I did was I always believe in showing somebody who they are, because sometimes people don't see who they are. You know what I'm saying? They feel like I've
Hmm.
been like this all my life. You feel me? I ain't doing nothing wrong to you. You the first person that said I said it wrong. You the first person. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm like, well, I looked at it like, well, maybe I did look at it. Maybe he didn't mean to say it like that. You feel me?
Mm.
I'm gonna give him maybe he didn't
Maybe
mean to
you
say it
read
like,
into it wrong.
yeah, maybe I was acting like a bitch. But in the true reality, I'm like, no, you're dead wrong. You know what I mean? You're dead wrong. So what I did was I started. It was a good thing, but it was a bad thing. Because it almost cost me my life. So I started to, because he never saw where he were wrong. He never saw what I saw, the wrong part of him, the messed up
Mm-hmm.
side of him. You know, the cursing me out like a dog, or calling me out my name and little stuff like that. The mental. So what I
Yeah.
did was I started becoming him. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
became him.
You
So
wanted
when
to
I
show
became
him him.
him, he hated me more. You feel me? He hated me
Mm-hmm.
more because you hated yourself. So I became you because me talking to you, you didn't understand where I was coming from. I feel like sometimes I don't know how to explain it good. I don't have a big vocabulary. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I just talk normal. I just feel like that you should understand what I'm saying. Some
Mm-hmm.
people got higher vocabulary, so it's like me. I still feel like I'm beneath you because you got a better vocabulary than me. But I
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm talking about. You know what I
Right.
mean? And so do you. So it's like I had started to become him. So I stopped um telling him he looked nice because you don't tell me I look nice. And this took
Mm-hmm.
like maybe about 4 years ish, 4 or 5 years, in the relationship. By this time, I got 2 kids. I also have 2 other kids by another man. It's my apartment. Why do I have to leave? You feel me? Why do I have to change? It's my apartment, my stuff. You live with me. I don't live with you.
Right.
So I stayed there because I was like, I gotta fight this. You know what I mean? So I became him. I became him too much that it started damaging my life again. That's what it did.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like the spiritual part of me was becoming the demon in me, where I was really mean, evil. I didn't care. It's like my family still could not see this in me because around them, I never mixed personal with business. What's going on in my home, I leave it in my home. If I'm not in the mood to be around people because of what happened in my home, I'm just alone. I go get my mind together first, or I go around somebody who can make me happy that I don't have to think about what happened at home. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
I became him, and
Mm-hmm.
I became mean. And I wasn't nice at all. And he didn't like it. And it caused him to start hitting me more and abusing me more. You know what I mean? Because he hated me being him. And it was like, well, you was taking advantage of me being me.
Big.
So now I'm gonna be you and see if you like it, because it's the only way that I feel like I can prove to you that you are wrong. You know what I mean? Um, so I stopped saying things like, I think you look nice and what you got on. Oh, you smell good, or any kisses. I stopped sexual activities. I just stopped. I became a homegirl, is what I became.
Mm-hmm.
I became sis to all of his friends, and I became just Shay to him. It wasn't boo, it wasn't bae, it wasn't no playing, it was none of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize when I met him that you already had 6 kids before me. I didn't know that because you only talked about 2 of them kids. Oh, you had, I'm sorry, not 6. You had 5 before me. My kids made 7. You had 5 before me. I only heard you mention 2 out of those 5. So it didn't dawn to me that it was 5 before me, and it didn't dawn to me to ask you questions on what happened but with
With
that
that.
relationship. You see what I'm saying? So I can look for the same shit. No, I was just like, look, you somebody different from my first baby daddy. You look different, you act different, and you like to hang outside, and I like to be outside. And so I looked at it different because I was running away from the first one. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And I looked at something different. So they don't look nothing alike. They don't act alike, but they got the
Mm-hmm.
same mindset. You know what I mean? It's
Mm-hmm.
kind of sort of way. They both the only kid. They don't have siblings, you know what I'm saying, to know how to share and to give back. You don't know how to do that because you don't have siblings and you don't have a huge family. You know what I'm saying? So we have a lot of differences where I am a family girl and you are more so like fuck family, like because my family carry me. You feel me? So I became him, and I stopped being cute. Stopped putting on girly stuff. I stopped being a girl and became a home girl. That's what I did. Um, but it reflected so much in my household where now I have to go get a registered gun. I have to go and get things that I don't really need in my household. You know what I mean? Because we live so private and so happy that now I have to turn into somebody that I never thought that I could be. Um, and so certain things that like he'll say to me that I normally let it slide. Now I'm saying it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like I know one time he had a job interview finally. I'm like, okay, he got a. I'm happy, right? I'm happy for you. But you forgot that I just went to work and I'm being a mom. I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? So you can take yourself to wherever you need to go. You feel me? Do what you got to do as a man and come back. I can stay here. Let me relax. No, you wanted me to get up out my sleep, out my bed after you had me up all night fist fighting me like I was a nigga, and wanted me to get up the next morning and take you to your job interview. Okay. So I did because why I don't feel like fighting you again. You feel me? So I got up, went on ahead and um got up and got in the car and I said my statement was I was like, so I don't say good morning. Hey, good, hey boo. None of that, all that stuff has been gone out the window. You know what I mean? I'm a home girl right now. So I'm like, why you can't take yourself? Like, why did I have to get up and take you? You know what I mean? And then you being smart, you being rude and disrespectful this morning. I'm like, why do I gotta take you? Oh, um, what you mean? Because I told you need to take me. I said you could have took yourself. But by the time I finished saying yourself, he cracked my earring in half, hitting me in the face. You know, um, and it's like because my family we fought, you know what I'm saying, on the streets, and stuff like that. It didn't really bother me, but it did bother me because it's wrong. But it didn't really hurt me. You see what I'm saying? Because we used to fighting. You know what I'm saying? Like fight people on the street. My family is a fighter. They fight. You know what I mean? You do something to interrupt their happiness, they come to knock your door down. You see what I'm saying? That's how they was. That's how it is. So I'm just like, when I got hit, I'm like, I know you ain't just hit me in my face. Like I did something messed up to you. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired. Eyes is red. I'm so sleepy. I don't even know if I can drive for real, for real. So I'm ready to take a chance taking both of us because I'm really tired and you can drive. You know what I mean? Like, so when after he had did that or whatever, I hit back. Now it's never been a time where he just was fighting on me or nothing like that, and I didn't fight back. I fought back because that's how I was raised. I don't care who you were. We're gonna fight. I'm gonna fight you back, whether I lose or not. You know what I mean? But I didn't want to feel like that I was hurting you because I'm supposed to be in love with you. You feel me? So I didn't want to hit you to hurt you because of that. But after a while, after like 4 or 5 years, what? Oh, I started fighting back like a nigga on the street because I realized that I'm no longer your girlfriend. I'm just a home girl to you. You see what I'm saying? So I'm gonna jump out of the girlfriend mode and I'm gonna jump into home girl mode. What's up? You know what I mean? I fight back. And like I said, every time I fought back, but I didn't do as much because I still didn't feel like I didn't want to hurt him. You know what I mean? So I fight back. And when I fight back, it seemed like next thing you know, I know both of us was in the emergency room. You know what I mean? One, his finger was like split right here. I don't even know who was in a car fighting. So this part is like ripped, and then I got like a blood clot where half of my eye is like red from busting like a vein, a blood clot or whatever in my eye. I had one of them. So we both sitting in the ER. We both sitting in the ER because I decided to fight you back more like you were doing me. I started using the same word that you were using against me, against you. You see what I'm saying? It's like I had to fight you back. It was like a demon in my house. I had to fight you back. Then the next day you might be cool, calm, collected. You might say, I apologize. And then hear me being young and stupid. I feel like you were really sorry. You know what I mean? Maybe I did say something smart. Maybe I said something smart to trigger you all because you had a messed up childhood life. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to look at the good side of you versus the bad side. But at this point, I don't even care.
You know what I mean? You hit me, I'm gonna hit you back. It's just that simple. But when that happened, it started getting worse and worse and worse. Where I had to go and now purchase, have a register gun just in case, just so I can protect myself because I don't know what I want to do to you at this point now. You feel me? Like you didn't did enough to me, like enough to me, mentally and physically. You have done enough. So at this point, I don't even know what I want to do with you. It's like I don't know how to get rid of you because you've been here so long. I don't know how to get rid of you. I don't want to call no family members because my family go hard just like you do. You feel me? And it'll be beef in the street over my relationship. So I can't call the dudes that I know that'll go off. You feel me? My dad, he kind of sort of saw it a little bit, but I think he just ain't want to get to, I don't know what made him, because he didn't get involved. It was like later on, he was just like, yeah, man, I try not to get in your business because I know, you're grown and I ain't gonna play with nobody. You know what I mean? No man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We have lost connection so many times this evening. Thank you for your patience. They probably said you gonna keep saying that song.
yo, there we go.
This internet is gonna keep messing with us all night long.
God, can we get through this, please? Like, right, day.
Like,
So yeah, I didn't want nobody to get hurt. So I still left that pure side, that good side of my heart there. But the more and more and more the relationship, we kept going, it just was getting worse. And I'm just like, I'm talking about all type of stuff was just happening, spiritual things was happening. It was just like a lot of stuff going on. I was just like, oh no, I can't. This the last time I'm gonna cry. This the last time I'm gonna cry.
so how is it? How are the kids handling all this while it's going on?
I mean, sometimes the kids are there for a lot of like argument, but they're not really there for the physical side of the fighting. Well, my oldest two know because my kids, their grandma, she's a hell of a grandma. I can't trade her in for nothing. She's been more supportive, as far as on the behalf of her son. You know what I'm saying? She did what needed to be done. She took like his place. So they always was with her a lot of times, on the weekends and stuff like that. Or they'll be sleep or something like that. And we'll be outside arguing, versus inside. With my oldest two, but they did experience it. They have been around it here, a little something. They can feel that I wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? And then my youngest two, by him, really experienced it. They actually seen more of it. My son, he was a baby though, so he don't really remember a lot. You know what I'm saying? He don't remember a lot. He was only 5. At the highest he was 5, and that's when my baby daddy got incarcerated for like 8 years. You know what I mean? So he was only 5. He was younger. He didn't know the times that I got pushed on top of him, or pushed while I was holding him. And he don't know that he was a baby. You know what I'm saying? He don't know. My daughter, by him, she was young too. She don't remember seeing that side of him. You feel me? She don't, because they looked at him like that's my dad. You know what I mean? He played the happy side around them as much as he possibly can. But it was times where I was just like, oh, I just want to punch in your throat right now because like you know what you just did. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you just did something that they don't know you did. That I know you did. That just pissed me off. I just found the female in your phone. It was something that you did. You know what I'm saying? Or the night before that just I'm not in the mood to deal with you. But they so young. I really, really try not to put them in the middle of that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's trauma. It can be very trauma. You know what I mean? But they did experience some things, inside of the household as well.
So when you got the registered gun, was that like that final straw? Like you knew that something had to give, or somebody might lose their life?
Huh?
When you got the registered gun, when you got that, is that when you kind of knew that okay, I gotta end this, or one of us gonna end up hurt. Uh-oh, you look froze.
I mean, no. Well, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you're not moving. Yeah, it's doing something weird. Oh my god. Okay, I can hear you.
Okay.
It's still.
Yes, I'm gonna kind of like go toward outside because I don't know.
And we're gonna end soon. I got some questions, but then we gonna.
Okay. So with the
I think the
register,
question was, did you like? I guess I'm asking, when did you realize, okay, this could get deadly? Like, I gotta find a way out of this. Was it
um,
got the registered gun, or was it before that, or?
no, I had already had you. I just had one because I was trying to fit in with his lifestyle. You see, so
Uh,
I already had one. Um, and because I wasn't, like I said, never in no type of danger that I really needed to go out and get one.
got
I
you.
just wanted
Okay.
to be a part of whatever he was to fit in. Because like I said, I became a home girl. So now I'm the
You
home girl.
say that,
You
right?
know, I'm a guy like try to be the home girl. I'm gonna be the coolest one. You know, and then he always believe in just having some type of protection. You know what I mean? But
Mhm.
you know, when he have a when somebody got a background, they can't go get nothing registered. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So to try to do a legitimate way, I went and did it. I
Got
went and got it. And that's just to have. But when I felt like that I might needed to use it, or I don't know, because I ain't never really feel like I wanted to just shoot somebody or
right.
harm about it, nothing like that. But it's either me or you. It's not gonna just be me. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then the kind of sort of last draw was um a day I just came home from work. And what I did was I stayed back a couple of minutes because my household has been so toxic. I didn't want to go home for real. I
Mhm.
know I gotta go home because I got kids there, but I don't want to go in there with him. So I always wish that every time I came home, he was not there. You feel me? Give me a time to breathe, have some fun with the kids, and I deal with him later. But this particular day, he was there and he was waiting on the car. He wanted to get now this is my car. This is my car. I went out and bought cars for him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And he abused that situation. So I stopped doing that. I stopped giving money. I stopped doing everything that he was looking for me to do that I was doing at the beginning. I stopped doing that. So now we at this point where it's like, oh, so where you at? Oh, I'm ready. I'm ready to be at home right now. I used to work for Richard Public Schools, and the ladies that I work with had so much energy. I couldn't think of nothing at home. It was so much fun going to work.
Mhm.
I was running to work. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I just stayed back maybe like 10, 15 minutes talking to my manager. We just talking girl talk. It ain't even nothing important for real. But he was looking for to get this car so he can go do whatever he wanted to do. And so I came home. The kids wasn't there yet. My oldest kids wasn't there yet, but my youngest two by him was there.
Mhm.
We was there. And then I'm sitting on I came in the house and he snatched the keys from me. Right? So I'm like, all right, well just go ahead. See, the night before this happened, I was praying, I was crying, I had left and went around a corner and I just gave it all to God. And I said, Lord, I cannot do this. I can't entertain it no more. And it need to change because I see my life changing for the worse. I don't see nothing positive coming out of this. And he kept calling, and I'm like, you take care of the kids now. Like I ain't coming back. You know what I'm saying? I let you do it. I get my baby daddy mama to get my oldest two kids. And you get your kids. I'm tired. Like I'm just tired. You know what I'm saying? I'm overwhelmed. Whatever. I'm like, if you do it. So I just sat around the corner. I wasn't even far from the home. I would never like leave my kids. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. But I just wanted to see what he was gonna do. So I was
Mhm.
like, you do it. I ain't doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? You take care of everything is there, food, all that stuff. You do it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing it. Man, you now, my son is 5, my daughter's 8. So they don't know. They just doing them. So when I come in the house, the next day I go to work. So everything was cool. You know what I mean? It wasn't cool because I knew I told the Lord I said one more thing. And I told God, I said, I'm so sorry because you told me long time ago to go. to leave. But I didn't know how to do that. You see what I'm saying? I didn't know where I was gonna go and don't be running into him. I was just trying to get away without and do it safely because I knew guns was in play. I knew it was gonna be fighting. You see what I'm saying? It was a lot. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm like, just one more time. I said one more time. I don't care if he called me stupid. I'm gone. Cause enough. You know what I mean? By this time it's been 9 years. So 9.5 years. I had just turned 31 or 30, 31 or something like that, 30, 31. And I was like, in my head, the night before, I said, I'm not getting ready to go through my 30s like I just did my 20s. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? I'm not doing that. And so we're going to put a heart to this today. I don't care who will be mad.
Mm.
So I came in the house the next day after getting off of work, and he snatched the keys from me. I said, "Oh, okay, go ahead." When he snatched them keys from me, that was it. That was the end of it, right? I was like, "Oh, yes." So what I did was, I said, "Go ahead." I said, "What you got an attitude?" He was like, "Man, go ahead because you've been trying to carry me. You keep trying to run. You basically staying back after work. You taking your time. I got places to go. I got things to do. But you
Mm.
had a car. You feel me? Now you gonna control my car." So I said, okay, and now mind you, I had multiples of cars. All of them got wrecked by him. You see what I'm saying? And I just keep starting over and over and over and
Mm.
over. I said, I ain't doing that no more. So when he snatched the keys, I was like, okay, forget it. I knew I remember. Now this time I have a gun registered. He also have a gun, but it's not registered. Okay?
Mm.
So in my head, I gotta remember that I put where I knew I put my registered gun at. Is it a safe space for my kids? My kids didn't even ever knew I had a gun. Period. They never knew one existed. Period.
Mm.
So I knew I had put it in a safe space that me and him would know where is at. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Mhm.
But he got to it before me. He got to it before me. So I didn't know that he had it though. It didn't dawn on me yet. So he snatched the keys. I'm like, dang, like what I do to you? You know what I'm saying? It ain't that serious. Like you got an attitude. He like, man, go ahead. So he left. I'm thinking that he left. I swear to God, and I can't make this up. I'm thinking that he left. He snatched the keys, went out the door, slammed the door. I was living in Wookham Court. So he snatched the keys, slammed the door, went outside. I thought, now man, when I prayed to God, it was 2 days before that. It was 2 days. Then within that 2 day time frame, 48 hours, I had started packing clothes, and he didn't notice because he never paid attention to anything else. Anyway, that I already had my mindset because I knew that something was gonna happen. I knew he was gonna do something out of the ordinary. You see what I'm saying? So I had started packing. I had started washing clothes and never putting them away, just leaving them on the couch, leaving them folded neat on the couch because I knew them were the clothes and this is the stuff I'm gonna grab on my way out the door.
Mm.
Right? So I'm trying to prepare myself, man. You know, I got two kids, two young kids with me too. So I end up I end up he snatched the keys, he left out the door.
You got a
I,
back porch light? You got a porch
huh?
light turn on?
Oh yeah.
It's getting real. It's getting dark. Darker.
Hold on, let me see if I can. Matter of fact, I can get it here. And okay, anyway, dang work. All right, wait a minute. Um, come in here, right here.
Okay. So you said you thought he left. You had clothes already on the couch, folded up.
Yeah. So I had end up I just sat on the couch. I had used to have like this little station where I do my music, computer, stuff like that. So I had a chair like something like what you got. So I'm sitting in the chair, and he. So when I see that I didn't never look and see if he really left. He
Mm.
didn't never leave. He just went out the door and turned around and came back in the house, right? But so I started packing. I started grabbing all the stuff because I was
Mm.
like, nope, I ain't got time. I told you if anything small, Lord, I was going out that door.
Mm.
So and when he had grabbed the keys, he just like it just like hit my finger. You see what I'm saying? And
Mm.
that hurt it. So I was like, whoa, bye. I had grabbed the stuff. I'm telling my kids, I'm like, look, stay right here. Y'all get this. Y'all get the bag. When I give it to you, y'all put the book bag on. You know what I mean? I
Mm.
had put two book bags on the side of the chair. So I'm like, put the book bag on. So he knocked on the door. Next thing I know, 2 seconds is a knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. I'm like, oh shit! I gotta put all this stuff back
Right.
the way it was. So I grabbed all this stuff. Man, he don't notice that it was even couch stuff folded on the couch, so I could just throw it on there because he don't pay no mind.
Mm.
I grab all the stuff, I throw it on the couch. You know what I'm saying? The kids just standing right there. And I was like, who is it? He like, man, open up the door. So I'm like, all right, hold on, I'm coming. So I came to the door, opened up the door, whatever. And he was like, so he shut the door behind him or whatever. And I was like, what, you left some or something? He was like, nah. So he told my kids, he was like, y'all go upstairs. So they like, go upstairs. You know, they crying. They getting ready to start crying because they don't want to go upstairs. But they, you know, he telling them to go upstairs. And then right after that, it was like, he was like, because he said, I'm ready to give your mama what she been looking for.
Mm.
I'm just sitting on the chair and I'm like, what you mean what I've been looking for? So he get in a little small argument. Yeah, because you've been running, you've been trying to carry me lately. Nah, I've been being you lately, and you don't like it. So to him, I'm carrying him because I'm no longer myself no more.
Mm.
So he like, you've been trying to carry me or whatever the case may be. You get around your peoples and you don't want to come home and you all this in the third and the fourth and the fifth. So I'm sitting on the edge of the chair because I know something is ready to happen. You feel me? I've been doing it too long. I know you ready to do something. So I'm going to prepare myself for it. I sit on the edge of the chair and I can see, so he walk up to me and he like, so I just got a question. I'm like, what's the question? He like, so I'll be dead wrong if I blow your shit to the back of the wall. So I'm at this moment, I can't argue with you because I don't know the intentions of what you have at this moment. I'm at a froze, like, you got it. And I was like, well, what? So I'm begging now. What I do to you? Like, I ain't never try to curb you. Why would I try? You know, I'm pleading. I'm like, why would I try to curb you? Like, I ain't never curbed you before. You know, it's back to my soft side. Like, what you mean? Like, so I look down and I see my gun, the one I'm registered. I see that. I'm looking on the side of it because I know where I had put it at. I'm like, I don't see the box. You know what I'm saying? I don't see what I know I had right there. I don't see it. It's gone. So even if you had yours, I can't get the mine. So that's what's in my head. And he just walked up straight up to me or whatever. He just gave me this look. But at that moment, I no longer saw him. I saw the devil face. His whole face was totally different. He was a totally different person, bro. He didn't look the same at all. I'm just looking. I'm so much in shock. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I ain't never did. I always took care of you. You know what I'm saying? I always did everything that I had to do for you, give you my last. Like, I did it all, took care of your kids by somebody else. You know what I mean? I went and got custody of somebody else's kids because you couldn't get your own kids. You know, it's stuff like that that I did. And it was like, dang, like, what did I do to you that bad that make you want to do that to me? You know what I mean? And that pretty much took me out the loop. Like, so he was like, you know what, man? So my kids, by the grace of God, they started walking back because they went upstairs, but they stayed on the top of the steps. They didn't go all the way up. It was like 2 sets of steps. They only went up the first step. They came down the steps. They was crying. They crying. They really don't know what he just said to me, but they crying because they don't want to be upstairs. That saved me. You see what I'm saying? So they crying, mommy, I don't want to be up here. You know. And he just looked at them crying. He was like, man, I'm gone, man. He was like, I'm gone. Give me a hug. I'm gone. Like that. And he gave him a hug and a kiss, and he left. This time, I went and looked out that window to make sure that he was gone. I didn't care if he took the whole house with him. I know when you leave, I am getting up out of here. So I went and I peeked out the window, saw him get in the car, my car, pull off in my car. That was it. I grabbed everything that was on the couch because it was already kind of sort of halfway bagged up anyway. I grabbed everything. I'm moving fast. I'm moving fast. I threw the book bag on both my kids' back. Like I said, he's 5. My son is 5. My daughter's 8. Come on, let's go. I gotta drag them. Come on, come on, come on. Like, come on, because if he come back and he see me leaving, it's
Yeah.
probably ain't no leaving. You feel me? So I gotta hurry up and get out of here. My phone, I wasn't prepared for my phone, wasn't thinking that my phone to charge my phone up. So I got 1% on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get to a store. I got family or friends and people I could have went to, but he have already been to people's houses looking for me, you know what I'm saying, and it fought me in front of people's houses, so I know he ain't had no problem going to people's houses. So I'm not gonna go to nobody's house and put their home in danger behind him. I gotta get to my mama house, which is over Southside. I gotta get somewhere over Southside. I'm about 20 minutes away from Southside. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta get to the south side. And I'm on the east end, north side, east end area. Gotta get over there to my mama. I ain't got but 1% on my phone. I'm calling, ain't nobody answering the phone. I'm calling, ain't nobody answering the phone. Some told me leave a voicemail. I'm gonna leave a voicemail, let you know where I'm at. So I walked through the projects, walked up to the front, to the main road, main street, and just kind of sort of stayed behind a building until my brother or somebody got the message.
Mm-hmm.
Luckily, my brother got the message and he pulled up. And when he pulled up, I got in the car with him. But when I got in the car with him, that's when I noticed that I became my baby daddy. Because I'm snapping, I'm going off, I'm in his face. I'm like, what the? I'm talking about, I'm a whole different person. I'm real big on customer service. I'm talking about my customer service is out the window. I'm talking to people any kind of way. I don't even give up. I'm like, man, F you, F you, F. It's like I became him. Then now I gotta figure out how to get me back.
Get
You
you.
feel me? Because I became so much of him that I just wanted to fight and I just wanted to be angry and I just wanted to snap and I just wanted, just be rude. Like if I had got somebody came and towed my car. I was at a family member house. They towed my car. I went off on them. I knocked shit off on the desk. I'm talking about I'm knocking stuff off the walls, and I got way more respect than that. I can handle business way better than that. But these people won't release my car. I'm already going through what I went through. I was attacking everything that came around me. Like
Yeah.
I didn't care. I was just straight up him, and I didn't see that until my mama said. My mama, I looked at my mama. She had took me to go pick my car up, and she was crying. And I'm like, why you crying? Like, this my car. You know what I mean? I don't talk to my mama like that. And it still didn't dawn to me until she say, you act just like him. She
Mm-hmm.
said, Shay, you acting just like him, Shay. And I'm like, no, I'm acting like me. They won't release my car. I'm snapping. I am cursing. I am like, I done went in there and destroyed them people building to the T, knocking their computers on the ground. I'm talking about, I was just like, a whole different person, bro, that I never seen me be before at all. Could nobody stop me. I ain't care. I wanted to fight. I wanted to argue. I wanted to do everything that was because I had became him for so long. Then it made me
You
be
took
like
on the identity.
it took my whole identity to be somebody I didn't never thought that I just know I'm not. I'm not that type of person. I'm really respectful. Everybody and their mama love me. I don't even have enemies. You feel me at all? Like it's that type of energy. So for me to be like that, I still didn't see it. My mom was like, no. My mom was just crying. She was like, Shay, please stop. Just like stop. I was like, I ain't doing shit. They got my motherfucking car. They gonna let my car go. I'm small. I was like somebody horrible, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't nice. I couldn't be with my kids and stuff like that. I had to let them, go to their grandparents' house and, cousins' house and stuff like that until I can figure out
Bring yourself back in.
who I am. Yeah. And I just started living with my mama, which made him he didn't come over there bothering where my mama live at because she go straight get to the bottom. She don't call the government. You know what I mean? She don't care. She don't get to the bottom for their protection. You feel me? So he didn't come over there bothering her. I did get a lot of, phone calls and crazy stuff like that. But I still had a good heart. Even after doing that, the first thing that a man feel like is that you left them with nothing. You left me and I ain't got nothing. I said you had more than something. You choose to abuse the situation. Now you don't have nothing. You feel like I owe that to you. But you came into this with nothing. Okay? So it's not like I took something from you. You abused it and the Lord took it from you. So what happened was I just not gonna give you my car. But what I can do is I can bring you food off my food stamp card because I have plenty of food stamps. So I went in, put food in his mama refrigerator where he was living at. I also gave him I think $50 or something like that. And I
This is
also
after all that happened.
after
This
all that,
still.
and then because I say, you know what you not gonna do is say I left you with nothing. Oh, I left you at the time where you didn't have nothing. That's what he tried to say. I left him at the time where I ain't have my money won't right. I ain't have. That's not my issue. It was no longer my problem. You feel
Mhm.
me? And it been no longer my problem. So
Right.
that's when I left, and I said, you know what? Because I got a heart of I'm a child of God. I'm going to give you like I think I made like $200 worth of groceries. I went and made the groceries. No, you're not going with me. I will go get them and take them to your mom's house because you're not gonna do all that around your mom. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Feel more safe around the mom. So it was maybe about a week or something like that, a week or two. And I was like, I will give you food. I will because when I first met you, you did you provided food. You made sure I ate and I had somewhere to put my head. Whatever. Um, so I would do that. You didn't have a home, but you paid for like hotels or whatever I needed. Oh, okay. Here you go, $50. I bought him a box of Black and Miles. He also smoked marijuana. Bought him, boom, sealed it. That was it. And food. That was it. And I ain't never do nothing else after that. I didn't put no money on no book. I didn't do none of that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's
And
not my
so,
responsibility.
how long before after that he ended up in prison?
How long after that? What?
How long before you left him going to prison? What was the time
Uh,
on that?
a year later.
Right. Mhm.
A year later, yeah, a year later, and he had to do 8 years.
Mhm.
So it was a year later, and it was like, oh, whew, because, and that was because during that whole year time frame, it was like you are running up on people that I'm meeting, that I'm dating, or I'm dealing with, or I'm talking to, or just friends with. You know what I mean? It won't even because I didn't want to date after dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
Mhm.
want to go into another relationship after dealing with that. But I did have friends and dudes that I hung around that was cool people, and you felt like you had to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? You were running up on people and stuff like that, and I'm like, can I live? Like,
Yeah.
what the world? Like, can I live? Like, so it was a year later, roughly. It wasn't even a full year. It was probably like 10 months, 9 months later. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And it was a wrap. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So I
So you
won't
was able.
mad.
So you was able to get back to finding yourself once you went to prison.
Yes, I needed that because I didn't need to feel like that every time I come out. You trying to control what I got going on. Like you can't do that. You cannot do that. So like I said, I don't pray for nobody to like go to jail or nobody to be dead. I don't put that on wish on nobody. I just let the Lord work how the Lord work, baby. I just like let me find peace, please. Like
Mhm.
in the midst of that, and if you was to hear my song, you're gonna hear me say later on, um, you start accusing me now that we are not together. Now you accuse me of sleeping with your friends. You accuse me of sleeping with your brothers. Your people. You call your people. You accuse me of doing things. You trying to find a way to make me look like I was the
Right.
wrong
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
person.
I'm trying to
And at
say
that point, he couldn't do that. At that point, I didn't care what he said. I didn't care what he said, how he felt. You can't do that. You can't make me feel bad. I didn't never sleep with none of your friends. I would never sleep with none of your family members. I'm not that type of person. You know I'm not that type of person, but you couldn't find no way of making me look bad. You see
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You had to try to find something, and you couldn't find nothing. And when he
Mhm.
couldn't find nothing, by this time he's now is getting incarcerated. You feel me? But the
Mhm.
whole time I'm with you, you building a whole family at somebody else's house. You got a whole family you're building while I'm in here with your kids, with somebody else's kids. It's not even mine. But I decided to take custody of these babies for you on the behalf of you. And you over there having a whole life with another female over there fighting her baby daddy and her people. And
Mhm.
you living double life.
Mhm.
So it was, and then it's like right after he got incarcerated, that's when I got the phone call that he had a 1 year old. That means a
Mhm.
whole year you didn't been over there. You got a 1 year old. Man, if he's one, this girl take 9 months to be pregnant. You see what I'm saying? So that's almost 2 years that you'd have been over there back and forth with this girl and me. So it was just like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
glad. It
Yeah.
started coming out. Things start coming out the box now that I done let it go more things was coming out that he was doing that I didn't know he was doing because I
Mhm.
was too busy at home being a mom.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
I grew up
Right.
from that. You know what I'm saying? I learned from that. And I think that I went through so much of that because I didn't know how it is to have a man or to look for the things in a real man. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I didn't know that. So yes, sometimes I feel like not having a dad at home affects a household if you got the right dad. Yes, it will
Right.
affect the household. You know what I mean? It can affect a child. It can affect what's going on, and when you get older, because
Because
you got to
having
know
a
what to
grown
look
man at
for.
home is just as bad as having no man at home.
Right. And see, my brother, he's 2 years older than me that actually lived in. I got three brothers on my dad's side. I got some step brothers too. But biological, I got three brothers on my dad's side, one on my mom's side. And I'm closer to the one, of course, on my mom's side than my dad's,
Mhm.
side. I know them and stuff like that. I'm just not as close as my mom's child. So, and of course, he's a gay man. So
Mhm.
the things he did was totally different from what I attracted. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
we did things together. It was like he's my best friend. So
Mhm.
we did things that was girl, more girly than more rough dude type.
Right.
But I liked it. He don't
Right.
go to them clubs that I like to go to with the niggas with the dudes. He go to gay clubs. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? So I started going to like gay clubs too. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just trying to, just did support what he got going on.
Right.
So again, I'm still not around the rough side. I gotta try to figure it out, but I know that's what I like. I like not a rough dude, but I like
Well,
a dude
it's
that's
masculine. It's looking for
masculine.
masculine.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah,
yes.
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, I like a man who wear Jordans and Tims and like I like stuff like that. Like I like a street dude, but a dude with street sense. You know what I'm saying? Like with
What?
some
But
common
so,
sense.
but let me ask you this though: could that? I'm a speaking in past tense. Could that have been your preference because of the environment?
Yeah, of course.
Right. And so now that your environment has changed, don't be surprised if you like apple bottoms more than tips. You know what I'm saying?
Girl,
Don't be,
yeah.
don't be surprised when you start
No,
liking them casual pants. Them
within that time
Prudence.
frame, I ran into dudes like that. Cause see, what I did was because I didn't figure I knew men, and I kept running to the same men. I tried different, so I tried older. I never went younger, but I tried an older guy that had his stuff together. Had his own place, own car, had plenty of money. He's older, so he was older, but then he to me he started to become more of a dad. And I'm like, you ain't my daddy. Like, I don't want no dad. You know what I'm saying? I don't want a dude to be my dad. Even though, and that's because I didn't know no better. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know the
It
difference.
wasn't familiar again,
Yes.
right?
I'm like, oh no, like you teaching me like you my dad or something. Like you need to be somebody I'm attracted to. Because if I look at you more like a dad, then it's not a good look. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I'm not gonna be attracted to you like that at all.
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
kind of sort of like, just stayed on the friend side. I'm just a friend of yours. I'm gonna find somebody maybe around my age. So I tried my age. No, they did too much, doing too much. You ain't got it together. I don't know what it look at. I said, what I'm doing is I'm searching for love in all the wrong places here. Like, you know what I mean? It's what I'm doing.
But you did eventually stop looking, right? And then just focus on yourself.
I
Mhm.
did. I stopped looking. I just started going to school, and I just said I'll let it come to me. I'll just be dating. I can go out dating all day long. But I knew it was certain things as I got older, and the things that he did, I knew not to look for in the next relationship. You know what I mean? So I learned. I say thank you. Tell my baby thank
Right.
y'all, because y'all taught me the men side. Y'all taught me, and I noticed to look for things that I didn't like in you. So if I didn't
Mhm.
like that in you, I know I'm not gonna like it in the next man. You
Mhm.
feel me?
And then you'll be able to notice it more
I
now.
noticed it. Yeah.
Right.
So I really noticed it. So now, the relationship I'm in now is more calmer. It's more put together. He more so appreciate his family. The family that he do have. I mean, my dude, he lost both parents like 3-4 months behind each other. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? Grandparents, he don't have them. But so he appreciate us being his family. You know what I'm saying? And it's like certain things he do. I know it's right. I know it's right, but my
Mhm.
kids are not is not adapted to that. So they're like, oh, he hollering, or You see what I'm saying? It's like me hollering and arguing so much to dudes. It started messing up my kids' mindset too. But now I don't like for nobody to be hollering at me. Don't holler at me. Just say it normally. I have to tell him sometimes, and he don't be hollering to make us upset. It's more so like, well, why the dishes ain't washed? You know what I'm saying? Like
So it's
he's
not
doing.
really yelling. It's really more so tone
It is. It is. I
as
told him. I
opposed
said
to
it,
him.
it ain't what you say. It's how you say it because. And it says nothing towards you. It's what we've been adopted to that we try not to let it. It affected us. It affected us
And you're
badly.
trying not to be triggered by it. And
Yes,
you
and
know
it
that you
be it
got.
be, whoo, girl, it be hitting nerves around this joint. I be like, I have to go and tell my kids like he not trying to be rude or nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's not being disrespectful. He's actually right because I prayed to find a man who can sometimes he holler versus me. I don't want to always be the one hollering. I've been hollering for 20 years. Can I find a man who will say, hey, y'all need to get these, stuff off the floor. Hey,
Because it's really more so a disciplinarian, right? Somebody's bringing forth some
they need
correction.
it. They needed it. They
Yeah.
need that
And,
though.
and, and sometimes it's the sternness in the man's voice that can
Right.
see the yelling and
That's
screaming,
what it
but
is.
they're
Yes,
really
it
being
is.
stern. Mm-hmm.
Yes, girl. And you should see them. They be like they walk around like they just like their feelings just got so hurt. But if I say the same thing, to them, it's like, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? But if he
Right,
say
right.
it, because I'd be like, won't you say something this time? Like, I'm tired of talking about, the dishes in the sink or they need to sweep the floor, vacuum, or chores. I've been saying it for so long, I need a break for a second. You said it. When he said it, like, it's like,
First off, we ain't used to no man telling us that number one. And then your tone is a
exactly.
little, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's so hard, but we still manage, and we have family meetings. Where we have to
That's
explain to him
good.
the things that trigger us, so that he won't think that we are against him. But I'm like, from the trauma that we went through, all the hollering or cursing. I curse, yes, but I'm not an aggressive cursor.
Mm-hmm.
Where I'm just going off on people and gotta curse at people. I'm not like that. But at the same time, it's like if we hear that, even though he might not even be talking to us, it's still like
It's triggered.
everybody kind of sort of
Yeah.
like freeze up,
Yeah.
like kind of sort of, and he understands. Excuse me, he understands, but he like, well, this is how I've been. This is how we talk. You know what I'm saying? He's from New York, so
But y'all
he,
having family meetings is really healthy because then that
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of helps
yeah.
everybody.
We
Because what
got
it
to.
sounds like, it just everybody need to make some adjustments. That's it.
Yes, we
You
have
know.
to. We have to know what we like and don't like. Like me and him, of course, we know because we're in a relationship. But when it comes to the kids, we have to explain what is it that we do or don't like. Because if he don't know, then he gonna continue to do it. You know what I'm saying? And
Give
I
them an
have to deal with
opportunity
it
to
because
change.
they
Yeah.
don't go to him. They gonna come to me like, Mom, I don't know why he was yelling and why. And then I have to break it down because I done said that shit 5 times for y'all to do. The chores is right in your face. I done said it 6 times for somebody to vacuum it. I done said it 10 times, and now he's stepping in to help me out because that's what he's supposed to do. Because he
Exactly.
done heard me say that multiple times that y'all act like y'all can't hear until he say it. You feel me?
Exactly.
So I'm like, it's
Mm-hmm.
not nothing to harm you, but it's still a learning process, and that's the part of motherhood that I'm in now. Is
Mm-hmm.
getting them adjusted to hearing a real man because I don't always want to be alone. I want a real man in my house. I want a
Right.
man to run my house. I want a man to do what he's supposed to do as a man, cut my grass and do the things that he's supposed to do as a man. I've been doing it on my own for so long. I want a man, that's gonna do
Yeah.
it the right way.
Yeah.
And they don't
But that's
know.
good because nowadays it's like women don't want that. They do it on their own. I've been just, especially they've been doing it on their own already. It's like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm good. I don't need no man. And they
I don't
feel
need no man.
control. They feel
I want a
all
man.
these the wrong things, but when it really is a man being a man.
Yes, and we need that. It's like I didn't have that,
Yeah.
so I need that because I didn't have it. Then when I needed it, and didn't know I
Right.
needed it. It's like I was one of the ones that was like, "Girl, I don't need no man. I do it on my own." And the struggle is so bad when I'm like, it's certain things that he need to be doing, that a man need to be doing.
Right.
Like I don't want to cut the grass. I gotta cut the grass because I don't have a man.
A lot of times that goes back to that accountability you talked about earlier. A lot of times is we create these beasts in the men
Yes,
by doing more than we should.
yes,
Like
yes.
this is pre my husband, but I've been in relationships where I'm doing way more than I should be doing as
Then
a
I should.
female in a relationship. So now if he lazy and he ain't doing this, he ain't doing that, I gotta point myself out and say, okay, well, I'm a little responsible for that because I'm the one that keeps showing up with the case of beer, and
Right.
I'm the one that keeps, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna be in my
Yes.
car, you know. So
Yes.
it's like that accountability, like, you know what? So now it sounds like you're able to experience a man, and
Yes.
not just a man, but experience being a woman. Because here's
Right.
the thing. A lot of us, I'm gonna tell you, when I say I thank God for this man, boy, look, God knew I needed what I needed. I'm
I'm
telling you.
telling you.
Because what happens is we lose our femininity. If
Yes.
we're alone and when we're with the wrong,
Yes.
we lose it.
We
And so
do.
we lose that softer side, we become more aggressive. You know what I'm saying? We become more controlling. We become all these things that we weren't intended to be. And then we end up losing ourselves in that too.
So do.
You know,
So
so
it's good having, like I said, a man that, when he says that, like with him, he don't play about like clothes and certain, like how we go out. Like you ain't going outside to the store with a bonnet. No sir. You gonna fix them edges up. We gonna do some of that hair. We gonna take 5-10 more minutes to make sure that we look like we supposed to look, like a adults going out the house. Or when it's time for my show, he's dressing me. He's trying to, hey, oh, you look good in that, or you look that get. He's like, he got a lot of encouragement to give to me. You know what I mean? To make me not feel like I'm beneath him, or I look better, or another female look better than me when we do go out. I always felt like it ain't nothing you can say about me because my man already
yeah,
told me,
yeah,
I look
yeah.
good. He purchased me things. You know what I mean? If he feel like, oh, I seen that you needed this, so I got this for you. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that I ain't never had. So I told him I
And
ain't never had.
I'm sure it's refreshing, right?
Yes, it
Experiencing
is.
that.
Very
Man,
refreshing. Very refreshing. And he's very, very protective. You know what I mean? He ain't gonna let nothing happen to none of us or none of that. He's not lazy. If I be like, can you just go and can you go to the car and get somebody? It is immediately. What do you need? It's not, man, look, man, I'm doing some more. It's stuff like that I already experienced. So why would I take advantage of him? I won't. And he don't take
yeah,
advantage of me. You know what I'm saying? We just kind of work it out. And we not perfect. We too. Life be lifing still.
yeah.
Life be lifing, but
But
we don't judge.
life's different when you're with the right person.
It is.
It
It's,
don't
it's,
hit
it's
the
totally
same, it
different.
don't feel the same, it don't look the same.
It's totally different. It hit different. Even when, we have our moments where we like, all right, we gotta see what we gonna do now. Them type of moments, it's like we still not upset that we
Right.
don't have what we need at the moment because we put our heads together,
To figure it out.
we pray together, we do a lot together where it's like, it's the small things, even just laying there looking at TV, laughing. He also do music, you know what I mean? So he like music. So he's a big, huge fan of my music. You know, it's a lot that come behind him that I'm appreciative of. You know what I mean? And it's still my attraction. It's still that street attraction.
Hmm,
But I
hmm.
went in and prayed and asked for certain things.
Yeah, yeah,
you
yeah. That's
know,
specific. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
specific things. So yeah, so I just
Well,
life
thank
is
God for
just
him. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Shout out.
definitely shout out to him. And it's life be life, and things be happening, and I just like, I mean, I live here, and I came here with two paid cars. Both paid cars broke down at the same time. I had just started a new job working for the bank. Um, and both of them cars shut down. So now I got to get back and forth to work, which is an hour away.
Mm,
So I'm like, what is I'm gonna do? You know what I mean? But he made a way. He made sure I had some type of rental car, some type of way to get away, get around, to get there and back. And then we end up getting blessed with another car.
mm,
You know what I mean? But it's like something is always trying to come and distract you from what you got going on. Because then I had problems with this car. I'm like, I
mm.
just got this car off the lot. You know what I mean? And it's having issues. Like, what's going on? But yeah,
Which,
I'm still trying to,
which you know a lot. Which you know a lot of times it also be like tests we need, right? So if I feel I'm a different woman, and I feel I got a different man, I'm in a different element. Now sometimes we gotta be tested.
yes.
Yeah, you gonna respond the same way when this car break down like you would have responded when you was a single woman? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You gonna react the same way. And so a lot of
Yeah.
times we need that because it ain't just God testing us. We're being tested for ourselves. We need to know we made it.
Right.
You know, so like I need to know whether or not I really change with my temperament. I need to know whether or not I change with my patience. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? All of
Yeah.
that will also help build this up too. So that's like even in
Yeah.
life, man. I know you're doing. I can hear it. It's like what they say: count your blessings in the midst of it.
Better know it.
Cause listen, cause some people's storms are tornadoes. You hear me?
Yes, they are.
And they are
Yes.
tornadoes. And so
And
if we
they
got
and
a
they
hurricane going on, we ain't gonna act like no hurricane going
and they can't get out of it. And that is why that's what made me get into, like, I have like ebooks. I'm really creative when it comes to my mind. You know, I keep my mind entertained at all times. Like I told you, I specialize in AI now, so I've taught myself how to do that over the last couple of months. I'm really good at doing that. I got ebooks that
on.
I have been, putting out. I ain't do a lot with them, but I got all type of ebooks, coloring books, stuff. I'm just doing stuff because I didn't know where is my where do I stop and stay there until here recently where I'm like, I got like 1,000 videos of me and my kids. And the things I used to do when they were smaller, I never recorded because it wasn't a big thing on the internet that it is
Right.
like it is now. All the little kitty things I used to do, like snack charts, and it just was a lot that I did to try to maintain that home, and keep happiness in there, keep fun in there. Then now they're older. I am now starting to show them how you maintain a home with teenagers. You know what I mean? Teenagers and young adults, because two of my kids are grown. So it still seems as if, like, I look at them still as if they're little. I don't see the adult part in them yet. I still have to be there for when they in moods. It's like the older they got, the more you gotta do. You gotta do.
Yeah, yeah, it don't slow
So
down.
yes, it do not slow down. So now I was like, well, you know what? I'm viral on TikTok. I gained 4,000 followers on Facebook within a week. And now I got Instagram going, all the followers within weekly. And so I use what everybody's using, Chat GPT, because I
Right.
never had a therapist. So Chat is more like my therapist. Things I want to hear. I put a couple of friends on to that because it do help. But I started talking. And I'm like, well, what is my niche? Because I heard, when I said I lie to you now, I heard, I know a good 5 people within the last couple of months tell me, you are a mom, Shay. You a mom. That's her niche. But I still didn't see that. I'm like, I do music. I'm going to do music. I'm going to do music. But it's not that. It's not even the music. You know what I mean? Because it's not the music going viral, going crazy. It's me being
It's your with
a
your kid.
mom. Yeah. So I'm like, it still did not dawn to me until the same video I posted with my daughter getting a piercing went viral on 4 platforms.
Mm.
Totally viral. Every last one of them are like 400,000 plus, views. My phone be going crazy with all these messages, and people so interested in the
Mm.
fact of me in a home with these babies, with 3 girls at that. So my
Mm.
main thing is being a mom of just not kids. It's 3 individual girls,
Mm-hmm.
that
With
like
different
different things.
personalities.
Teaching
Mm.
them how to do hair, teaching them how to be independent. They don't have kids yet. So it's teaching them how to develop as being a mom when their time comes, they're a
Mm.
little bit more prepared. But right now I tell my kids have fun. Go have fun. Don't try to be stuck with a child, because my family's so deep on being parenting. We are very heavy on parenting in my family. We don't have kids and we don't take care of them. We don't do that. We
Mm.
take highly care, and shout out to all of my family, my cousins and my peoples, because them bitches, they gonna rock it out. You hear me? My male family members, they gonna be full dads. You see what I'm saying? They're
Mm.
not gonna just leave kids to the side and just be free will. No, we produce these kids, we take care of every last one of them. You know what I mean? So that part right there, I just know that that's what my kid, our kids are gonna do. And I'm like, go have fun. Because you only gonna do the same thing I did, was stop, be a parent, and miss out on all the fun. So now that I'm 30, in
Well,
my
not
30s,
just fun, but just miss out on who you are. Or
yeah,
definitely
you ain't gonna be able to find you because you're too busy trying to make sure this child is more developed than you are. You know what I mean? And it's like I got to the point where I was like, you know what? I gotta let you. I gotta do me first. Hold on, wait a minute, because I lost me. So
Yeah.
now I need to do me. So now I'm outside. I like
Right.
to go outside. I like to be around people. I like to have a good time. I love music. So I start going to people's shows. Let me
Mm.
go to other artist shows. Let me go support other people. Let me go just be outside,
Right.
to know more people and get to know more people. Let me hang around people I went to school with that I ain't seen in years. Let me just
Mm.
do something different that I wasn't able to do in my 20s, while I step back and watch everybody my age have be 20,
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
I'm like, dang, it's my turn, but I'm 30. I'm ready to be 40 now. I was in my 30s and I feel like I'm in my 20s. I can't nobody tell me I ain't 29. You feel me?
Right.
Like I'm that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in my 20s because I didn't get a chance to feel my 20s. So I
Mm.
want
A
to go
little bit
outside
fun.
now. Yes, I do. I don't want to be in a house with kids all the time. No, I don't. I want to go outside. I want to travel. I want to have fun. I want to go to shows. Now I don't mind getting on the stage, doing music or taking my money and doing something fun for me now. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? They older. My baby is 13. You see what I'm saying? He knows he don't even like to come outside like that. He's old enough. He know how to stay in the house. He's very responsible. I
Mm.
did a great job. A hell of a job. So now I like to have fun now.
Right.
I like to enjoy my time now. I like to go have a drink or two. I like to, buy myself some stuff because I'm too busy trying to keep up with the fact that my family, their kids always had like, and my kids did too, but not as much as their kids is always up to top notch. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna get not one pair of shoes, but six pair of shoes per kid, and I'm gonna get 40 outfits per kid, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure they go to the shop and pay $200 to get their hair. It's stuff like that that I'm like, oh, in my household, baby, they gonna get two pair of shoes because that's what because I gotta buy for a set of four. They'll get two pair of shoes. I ain't got no man. I ain't sleeping around with people. I don't, and
Yeah.
they don't either. But everyone make money differently. I don't have a voucher.
Right.
I pay
Exactly.
straight
Yeah.
bills. I don't have it like that for real, for real. I got what I got. So, when Christmas time comes, I know how to make the smallest gifts feel like $1 million gifts. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I put a
Mm-hmm.
lot of I may go get more balloons and put it on one gift versus you done bought 15 gifts and it just look like that's what they supposed to have. I'm taking care of you. I don't
Right.
want to feel like I'm just taking care of you. I want to feel like
Mm-hmm.
that you enjoy what I'm giving you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you deserve what I'm giving you. So I put a little bit more.
So
It's
you
just a
add a
little
little more
different.
balance. Add a little more balance to your life with motherhood, taking care of yourself, pampering yourself, still
Yeah.
being there for them, but not overcompensating. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Making time for you because I think that's what most of us lose over time is we lose ourselves and we lose balance. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And once we lose ourself or balance, then it's
It's a
always
wrap.
something. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's a
really
wrap. It
yeah.
don't seem like you have. It's like you lose the energy for what you supposed to have it for. You know what I'm saying? It's like now I don't even feel like going out to no club, girl. I
Because you
don't
done
feel
gave
like
too
doing
much
none of
energy to
that.
one thing. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
I had let a lady she was talking on Instagram and she came across my page and she said, them clothes that you got sitting in the corner, that you got balled up in the corner, you just don't feel like putting them away. That's your mindset. It's like the way she broke it down was like
Yep.
the way you got, you see how you see them dishes sitting in the sink and you know they need to be washed
That
and you
represents your
ain't doing it.
mindset.
That's
Mm-hmm.
your mindset. That's how you feel in the inside. You feel like a piece of shit in the inside. And it
Mm-hmm.
shows on the outside without even you doing too much. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like you don't even want it like me. So when she said that, I looked around my room, I'm like, damn. And I wanted to move. I feel like I was still failing. Like I'm like, I can't get on top. You know what I mean? I can't get on top. And I'm just looking around in the room like, and that's when my cars broke down. I'm like, damn, I moved to another state. Both my cars broke down at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm losing a job here. You know what I'm saying? Because they ain't gonna let you miss too many days and you just got it. I'm just trying to like, oh my goodness, here goes something else, after something else, after something else. And I just look around and I got clothes that I didn't put up when I washed clothes. It's just still sitting in the
Mm-hmm.
basket. You know what I mean? Like from the laundromat or from me washing clothes. I just don't feel like doing nothing. I'm like, I just don't feel like. And when she came across my page the other day, I was like, let me get up because I don't really feel that bad in the inside. But the way my room is set, it's like, girl, what are you doing, Shay? Like,
Because it does represent. They say that too. I mean, it's the same when they say you get in somebody's car, it tells you all about their life.
mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just how they keep
Yep.
up with you. 'Cause you spend more time in your car nowadays than anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yep.
But even coming into the realization, all that is good because you said it earlier that you like to be challenged. You have a
I
creative
do.
mind. You like learning, and so all that's part of learning. You know what
It
I'm saying?
is.
You learning yourself. You learning a different level of motherhood. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? You're learning companionship, and you know what I'm saying. So all that produces growth.
And the more I learn, the more I can teach them. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So I
Ex-
just continue to teach them, or I share the things that I learned, I mean, with them, and we just go from there.
Yeah. So I'm gonna end with a few questions. I know they helped you for so long this evening. What did we? Hey, 40 minutes over. I'm gonna try to keep questions to a minimum if I can.
Okay.
Okay. And then some of you might have kind of touched on in some capacity. Um, so why do you think most women stay in abusive relationships longer than they should? Why do you think women do that? Fear,
But
insecurity.
well, not yes, fear. Fear is definitely one of them. But I think it's more so of confused. And not being able. They don't know how to get out of it. It's like you stuck. You feel like that you're stuck. So in so many words to me, like I said again, I bring it back to the mental. Well, your mental is now destroyed because you thinking that you're supposed to be somewhere where you don't need to be at. You know what I mean? Your mental is messed up from here to California. I ain't even lying. Like, and that's the part I think that's really the most important is
Hmm.
that's why we be brain froze. You know what I mean? You lost, you stuck, you don't know how to move it. You don't know how to get out of it. That's why.
I heard it this way that uh, when you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's mental or physical, sometimes you become under a spell. You become a spell where you can't even think of what to do next
To
because
do.
you're so captivated by them and what you feel they're gonna do and how you feel they're gonna stay. So yeah, okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So do you think emotional abuse leaves deeper scars than physical abuse?
Do I think emotional who what is
Abuse
that?
leaves deeper scars than physical abuse?
Uh yeah. I think the mental is
The
way,
mental.
way worse because at the end of the day, like you can slap me, right? In the face. That's gonna hurt just for a hot second of a moment. But when you mess with my mindset and have me feeling this big, that sticks with me for a long
Mm-hmm.
time. So now I am more damaged than I am with a
Mentally.
broken arm or a broken leg. Those things can be fixed. You know what I'm saying? But your mental, it's really hard to fix that. It's really
Yeah.
hard to fix that. So yes, I do.
Mm.
The mental is worse than the physical abuse at any day for me. Don't make me feel out of place or make me feel like I'm somebody that I'm not, or make
Mm.
me smaller than what I am, or make me become something that I'm not.
Right.
You might as well go ahead and punch me in my face and I can punch you
Yeah.
back. And we can just go ahead on with life. But my mental, I'm gonna think about everything you just said to me over and over
Over
and
and
over
over.
and
Yeah.
over. So I'm
And
getting
that could be a
stronger.
longer process of healing.
Yes, it
But
is. Yes, it is.
exactly.
Stick with you for a long, because the next person will come in and just be joking, girl, you're a little stupid at, and then you will think exactly what they just said, what he just said to you, or
Mm.
somebody that messed up your mental just said to you, and that person won't do another plan. But you took it to another level because of the mental. It's stuck there. It's stuck.
Trigger.
It's
Mm-hmm.
stuck. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. Do you think a mother should feel guilty for tracing her own dreams?
Tracing? No.
Chasing.
Oh, chasing?
Mm-hmm.
No. No, I don't think she should feel guilty at all. No, not at all. Because it's like why I say that because it's like this. Like I can't live for the next person. I have to live for me, right? I'm inside of me. So if I
Mm-hmm.
don't chase my dreams because oh you got kids, you got kids, like I feel guilty for not chasing my dreams. I should have been chasing my dreams and allow my kids to have a better life had I would have chased my dreams. You know what I mean? But because there's like I felt like that. I felt guilty for going out here and spending more money or trying to get my dreams prepared than basically giving the kids. Oh well, you know what, Shay? You don't need to go do that. You don't need to go to the studio or nothing like that. You need to get these kids some shoes for
Yeah.
Christmas. You see what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
no, I need to go do what I need to do so they can have not just one pair, two pair, three pair, multiple pairs, all not just for Christmas throughout the whole year, or
Right.
So no, like I don't think that a female should feel guilty for going after her dreams. No, I just feel like that she should plan and make better plans. You got to have a
Mm.
plan. It starts with the
And
plan.
be better prepared.
Be more
Yeah.
prepared. So I know I gotta go to this gig. I'm gonna see a mom, aunt, cousin, somebody I can pay that's trustworthy. You know what I'm saying? If I don't have anybody, then I'm gonna work around my kids' schedule. So while they at school, that's when I go run to this gig and do what I need
Right.
to. You gotta set timing, but I don't think that nobody should feel guilty for going after their life. Then another thing, just one more thing on that is that like me, I didn't go after my dreams because I feel like I had needed to be a mom more than my dreams. I put mine to the side, right? Here it is now. My kids are grown, going to chase their dreams, and now I'm stuck right here, like, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting too
Right.
old to be trying to rap and jump up on the stage. I didn't got too old now to do the things I wanted to do. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? I don't have the energy for it now. And now my kids are long gone. They grown now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I don't feel like that you should do that because life don't stop. It's not gonna
Right.
stop while you trying to figure it out. No, it keeps going. So that's another thing. Go for them dreams.
Yeah, I agree to that. Let me ask you this. What do you think is hardest? Do you think it's harder to forgive someone or to forgive yourself?
It's harder to uh, me personally. I think that it's harder to forgive myself. It's more harder to forgive myself because I feel like at the end of the day, I could have made the better decisions when I was supposed to. You know what I mean? So if I made a decision that wasn't right, um, it's harder to say, hey, well, I made a mistake, and all that. Now, if somebody else do it, then I could be like, oh, I know they ain't mean to do it. You feel me? I
Right,
don't
right.
think they
Yeah,
mean to
you
do
can
it.
make excuses. Mm-hmm.
Yes, you make excuses for somebody else doing it, even though it's wrong, and versus saying, "Oh, hold on, I made a mistake. I ain't mean to do it. I'm human. I apologize to yourself." But
Right.
so I think it's more harder when you're trying to do it, for self than other people.
Mhm. Have you forgiven yourself?
I have. Hmm.
Mhm.
Yep, I sure did because I ain't doing it again. So I've
Mhm.
learned from the mistakes that I made not to do it again. That's how I know I forgave myself. Okay,
Right.
Shay, it's okay. You made those mistakes, and now we're gonna learn from them.
Right.
Everything gonna be okay. I also forgave the person who damaged me mentally because now my mental is on top of the game. You feel me?
Mhm.
You ain't telling me nothing now. Like what? Go ahead, please. You can't tell me nothing. So
Mhm.
now, it's like I also forgave people who look, who made me feel like I'm beneath them. I forgave all them people because God is a forgiving God, and He say forgive them, and He will handle the rest. So I
Mhm.
forgive, what I mean, them, and I forgave myself because I did make some mistakes in life. I won't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to the point where I didn't care. I
Mhm.
didn't care. I didn't care about kids. I didn't care about life. I just didn't care. I think I was so mentally tired. I just didn't care. I didn't care. You know what I mean? And that right there was not a good thing to do. You know what I mean? I still supposed to have some type of caring because I have kids to carry.
Compassion. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to a point where I didn't care. I really didn't. It was all about me and trying to get my relationship together. I had got to that point where I was like, oh well, they be all right. They good. You know what I'm saying? Instead of
Mhm.
doing it the right way, I was too busy like, oh, I'm going with him. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go out with him. The kids sleep. I'm gonna go
Right.
out in the middle of the night and go do what he do. You know what I mean? In the middle of the night and just go get drunk and smoke weed and just doing things we don't even supposed to be doing when we got kids at home sleep at a young age. but I didn't care. I was just chasing the wrong thing. You know what I mean? So I forgave myself for certain things that I did as well, even though they didn't go without. It still was times that I still felt like that they needed me more, and I was just like, man, I don't need care. You know what I mean? Like, forget it. And I just think that's just the tired. That was just the tiresome of me trying to do everything on my own and everything falling on, on my lap. Like, and I'm just like, man, forget it. Like, I'm done. So yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
because when you become exhausted with your life and responsibilities, it will put you there.
It
You
will
know what
put
I'm
you in
saying?
another state of
You'll be ready
mind.
to tap out. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said when I leave, I said I ain't coming back. I said when I leave, I ain't coming back. And it's crazy. And I'm just gonna say this real quick story that I left. I left. I was so my head. I could not get it together. So I left. And what I did was I didn't leave because of just me not really getting it together. I felt like at one point my kids was taking advantage. You know what I mean? That's the way I looked at, like, okay, y'all taking advantage. I'm tired of hollering at the same thing, and y'all not listening to me at this point. It's like I did everything I needed to do. I keep buying y'all everything when you don't deserve it. It's like I'm tired of just trying to be that person, like, to y'all. So I had left. I left, and I didn't leave, but I disappeared for like about 14 hours.
Mm-hmm.
My kids you would have thought I was dead or something. My kids went off. I'm talking about, girl, my kid, and this how I did it. I went over a friend of mine's house that she just moved and nobody knew she moved. She moved to her new
Okay.
new home. I went over there, girl, had me a great time. I ain't lying. I was drinking, girl, I was celebrating, girl. I ain't thinking about no kids or nothing. I was out me a monkey ball over that day. She had friends come over. We was turned up, music loud, girl. It was my type of party. And so I turned my phone off or do not disturb or something, and they kept calling. I ain't answer. They kept calling. 2 hours later, they kept calling. At this point, they called my mama. Pooh, mom, we don't know my mama, and she not answering. She went to work at 7 o'clock this morning, and now it is now 8 or 9 o'clock at night. They don't hear me. Oh, they was going off.
They
They was
was
in there.
sick.
Like, what we gonna eat? We can't eat. We don't got nothing. My mama, ain't no dad around. So guess what?
Mm-hmm.
You need to appreciate your mom. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I'm getting overwhelmed. If it's things in here, chores in here that need to be done, been telling y'all this every day. You already know what need to be done. Do it. I'm tired of hollering. I gotta holler at the bill collector. I gotta holler at the managers at work. I gotta holler at the
Mm-hmm.
world. Y'all drive me crazy. So I disappeared. Went over my friend's house. We went out to the club. Girl, I bought me a new outfit. I had some money. I was gone. I'm talking about I had a ball. I treated her, treated me, treated somebody else. I'm talking about I was turned up. And my mama called, panicking. Where you at? Where you? Oh my God, she thought I was dead. Oh my God, my child. She didn't call the news people. They told her
Oh
it was
Lord.
24 hours. She couldn't. My mama was calling everybody, right? In the government, girl. She was calling everybody, girl. She called the president, everybody. I'm like, what the? So I got a message. So I did tell my brother. I said, Rod, don't
Okay.
tell no, don't. I had this because everybody was panicking. I ain't tell nobody. Everybody started panicking. Friends, family members, everybody. I said, I don't care. I just don't want to talk to nobody. You
Mm-hmm.
know? So I left. And finally, like about 11:30 that night, and I left 7 o'clock that morning when they went to school. So I wasn't there to pick them up from school or none of that. I was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
but I was gone. I said, nah, I'm gonna show y'all something. Like I'm talking
Yeah.
about, this is how it is if I was to leave it there tomorrow. You know what I mean? And some
Mm-hmm.
parents walked out on some kids for real and never came back. You know what I mean? So now what
Yeah.
y'all gonna do? You need to charge me while I'm here.
For
And I
real.
did that.
Mm-hmm.
And what when I came back, girl, my trim was up. They was still up. I'm from a while ago, waiting on me at the door. And finally, I talked to my mama, and my mama like, "Girl, you had me ready to go out here and do something I ain't never did before." And girl, I'm telling her, I got them all. I ain't lying. And ever since then, my kids is attached to my hip. Like, I need to know
Mm-hmm.
your location. Turn your location on, and they need all of that. Oh, okay,
No,
don't
because
play with
I
me.
do think, and I get that. And now I'm sure not only did they need it, you needed it. Because
I
people
did.
can't take us for granted. You know what I'm saying? People
Yeah,
use us and lose gratitude and appreciation. Sometimes you got to prove to them
you
how
do.
valuable you really are to them.
That's right. And they ain't called dad. Girl, they ain't had the first dad phone number in their phone to try to call dad.
Mm-hmm.
Dad's was nowhere to be found. The only person they knew for sure that was gonna be there was me. And I ain't answer. They called my phone, I know a good probably 60 times. They was calling from numbers. They was blocking numbers. They was doing everything. I was watching them call. Oh, I know they saved. They are. They still living. My mama left about 15 messages. Then my brother called. When he said he was where, I was like, I said, let me call him and tell him I'm okay. You know what I mean? Or whatever. So what he did was he put them on a three-way call with me without them knowing I'm on the call. I can hear them talking. My mama laughing. That's messed up. And we don't know where she at. It was so funny, girl. It was so funny. When I came in the house,
They
my
probably
kids
need
was
that.
they was glued to my forehead for a long time. Like, oh, we ain't going nowhere without you. Like, yeah, they wanted to go to work with me. Go to
Mhm.
school. Just know you have to stop. Y'all doing too much. It's too many of y'all. You know what I mean? I've been through a lot, and I'm trying to maintain it and still be happy. And y'all
Yeah.
y'all doing too much. Doing too
Hmm.
much. Yep.
Yeah, and I'm sure they probably really needed that too.
I did, girl. I was turned up. I came back in here with new clothes, new shoes, new everything on it. I had all type of stuff. I had bags of stuff. I was shopping and I shopped by myself. I didn't go with my friend. I went by myself and treated
uh,
myself and had dinner and lunch and everything by myself. Then I said, well, I ain't got nowhere else to go. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go to family in my house. So I'm gonna go with my friend's house. And they don't know where she moved to. They know she my friend, one of my best friends, but they didn't know where
but
she
then nobody
moved
know where
to.
she lived at.
Yeah, I did. I was over there like, yeah, girl. I ain't think about them. I was like, girl, what? Yeah.
Mhm. That is funny, but necessary. Shoot.
Hmm.
I was look. Some mothers gonna see this and gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna disappear for 14 hours.
Hey, you gotta try that trick. Your kids take advantage of you. Try it. I'm telling you, it works. My kids ain't play. Ever since then, girl, they don't play no game. You better not leave nothing without telling us. Write a note or something. And matter of fact, that's
Mhm.
what I did. I wrote a note. That's exactly what I did. I wrote a note
Oh.
and I said, I'll be back when I be back. And I didn't put love, mom, no nothing. I just put I'll be back when I be back. So when they went to go look on that chore to see what they had to do, what kind of chore they had to do, it was that one note. I'll be back when I be back. And that's before they knew it, girl. Like they just noticed like after 3 o'clock, hold on, my mama still ain't here. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like what? Okay, wait a minute.
Then by 6 or 7, it was done. Like,
Six.
okay, hold
Oh, I had about 40 calls then. Text messages. Mom, I hope you okay. We love you. We miss you. We're crying. That girl was
on.
partying like a rock star. Woo! I was all over the place. I'm telling you, like I had a time of my life. I don't care. I said, forget this. You won't give me a break. Yeah.
Mhm. Well, again, people that say they love us gotta be able to realize you gotta appreciate me.
Gotta respect
Love
it.
ain't just. I was just saying, love is not just enough anymore. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
not.
Like we need gratitude, appreciation, encouragement. We need more than just "I love you." I love you is just
What?
that's to me. That's an
3 words.
overused word. Yeah, it's like nah. I need to feel something. I need to see something.
Love don't mean nothing without no meaning behind there, no
I'm trying
action. I
to
need to
tell you.
see. I don't care what you say.
Seriously.
Action speak louder than words to me. Let me see the
Hmm.
love.
No, very much so. Yeah. Hmm.
Like there's certain people are like, do you tell kids I love you every single day? I'm be honest. No, I don't. I don't say every day. I just think it's just a habit of, I do tell them, but it's not a every day, all day type of
Hmm.
thing because I show so much
So much
love
love.
that it's
Exactly.
like, oh, we know my mama love us. You know what I mean? But I do
Hmm.
say it. But it had dawned on me one day. I'm like, damn, I don't even tell my kids. I don't say those 3 words to them. Like,
Hmm.
we hang up the phone, I love you, or see you later, I love you. Or when they go to bed, I used to do it when they was little, but I think when I became him, I stopped saying it. And I
Hmm.
didn't say it for a long time that it became a habit of me not really saying it. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't never really like say it to nobody. I say it to the dude I'm in love with, like or something like that. But I never really said I love you, I love you, I love y'all. I said once in a hot blue moon, but we had a conversation about that, and my kids was like, you'll never tell us that. And it didn't dawn
Hmm.
on me that I wasn't telling them that until they said it. And I'm like,
Hmm.
dang, I don't. You know what I mean? Because I show so much. I have so much fun with them. I play so many games with them. We go out together. We eat. We I show so much love in the house. And when we out, that I don't say those words. But
Hmm.
sometimes those words do matter. They want to hear it
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I had to start.
Right.
I
Like,
had to.
I'm definitely not speaking void of it. It's just sometimes you got some people that say it more than they show it. And I think
Yeah.
that's what you were
Yeah.
saying. Some people say it
Yeah.
more than they show it. But I can see how you can do it. You can show so much that
That
the
I
words
don't
is
even
not
say
even
it.
as important for you no more.
Yeah. I'm like I show it so much that I'm like you. So I can call them. Do I love you? They could be like, yeah, my mama love her. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not even material things that I do. I do hands-on things with them. You see what I'm saying? I am a teacher to them. I am a mother. I am a friend. I am, and my mama always be like, Shay, they not your friends. Yes, they are. They are my friends. I'm not their friend. They're my friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, and why?
Mm.
Because the difference is that they keep my mind together. You know what I'm saying? They keep me
Mm.
going. They give me a really another reason to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? They give me the reason to get up and get it done because I don't want to disappoint them. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Everybody else around them, I can care less. Like, oh, I don't even care, girl. You're well. Look, I ain't got it today. You treat. But with them, I gotta
That's
be that neighbor.
interesting. Because most parents try to live by that. We're not
Yeah.
friends. We're not friends. We're not friends. You know.
They
Hmm.
are. They are. And because of that, because the times when I'm lonely, they my friends. The times where I don't have my no money and I need what I need, my kids are older now. You know what I'm saying too? They make
Mm-hmm.
a way. They get it done. If I need somebody to talk to, I go to them.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a
That's
part of
really good
friendship
point.
that we have. And see, now that they're older, my daughter's 21, I can go out and have a good time with my daughter instead of keep saying, girl, I'm too old to go out with you. And you, no. I go out with them. I hang with her because not only is there to make sure that she's safe, but I'm also used to her. You feel me? Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
used to her. Like I develop her. So I know her rights, her wrongs, what she capable of doing, what she ain't gonna do. I know about talking to her. I know what she like, what she don't like. You know what I'm saying? I'm used to them. And now they're older, they are my best friends. You know what I mean? I can talk to
Mm-hmm.
my kids about anything, literally anything. Like, and they don't judge me, they don't do none of that. So yes, I am their parent, but they have their own friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I am their mother. So to them, I'm their mother. No, I'm not their friend, but they are mine. You
Mm.
feel me? Those they are
I
my
hear
little
you.
friends, my little friends. Yeah.
I hear you. That's good. I appreciate you saying that. That's really no, because I'm one of them aunts that's like, wait, Brad, wait, Brad, Brad. You know what I'm saying? But everybody grown. I mean, our youngest is 18, but everybody grown. Everybody
Yeah.
28, 29, 34, 32. So it's like, that's a good point.
Yeah. You're the
I
parent. You're the parent. I say they ain't your friends. They ain't your friends. They my friends. And they're
Mhm.
gonna always be my friends. But they're my friends in a different friendship
Right,
relationship.
right, right.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's
saying?
a different level of
People don't look
relationship
at
than
that.
your
People don't
actual.
they looking at it like because you and my mama she quick to hit that and I have to be like, well, the way I look at it is that because I have to teach them how to develop friends. So it starts with me first. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like my mama is my best friend and my mama have a good heart and my mama does things the right way and my mama you know what I mean? So to go with friends, their friends is different. Their personal friends are different from my type of friendship. Our friendship is different. You know what I mean? I can hang with my kids, go places with them, shop with them, and we just have a time of our life. And everybody think we triplets. You know what I mean? People don't never think I'm the mom. So all of that stuff is fun things. The things that we do is what
And that
they don't
contributes
do.
to your content, and it actually now makes more sense to why your content works the way it works because
Yes,
y'all really authentically have this friendly relationship.
yes, we do. We have a friendship
Mhm.
relationship. Yes, we do. So my friends are my friends on the outside. I don't talk to them like I talk to my kids. You know what
Right,
I'm
it's
saying? That's a
different.
different type of
Mhm.
relationship. But my
So
my
we
friends,
tend to as parents to try to bottle cap a friendship. Friends is friends is friends, but there's different levels of
yes, it
friends.
is. Yes, it is. The relationships are different. They are not the same relationship. My
Mhm.
little in-home friend, they my in-home friends. Then I got
Mhm.
my outside friends, they way growner and they got more
Mhm.
responsibilities. But my in-home
And more
friends
experience.
yes,
Mhm.
are the ones I have to teach. I'm doing more teaching than anything. But if I want to hang out, if I want to go to the park, if I want to do something, I can do it with them. They don't complain. They them good friends, because I raised them. So I know what they're capable of doing and not doing. You know what I mean? It's things like that. So yes, my mama always say that. You keep treating them like they your friends. I say they are.
Yeah.
Why would you I'm not as rough as you want me to be to them.
Mhm.
Because
With
I
them.
am still a
Mhm.
parent. I am still a parent. I still discipline when needed. I just don't grab a belt. You see what I'm saying? Like I don't do that. I just discipline
Yeah,
them in other ways. You know what I mean? So every household is different. Yes, they are my friends. They are. They are actually my best little best friends. That's what they
that's
are.
that's a really good point. I'm a that one. I'm gonna keep that. No, that's a big deal,
It
especially
is.
when they grown. Like I get it if they 8 and 10, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But they grown, they of age, so I get that. I
They
get
own it. They do what I do. They just do it in
that.
the younger version, but they do what
Right.
I do. You feel me?
Mhm.
Like,
So I'm gonna have you do a finish the sentence, and then we're
mhm.
gonna end with this
All
because
right.
we 3 hours in. I'm sorry.
It's
We got to
okay.
blame it on the internet. We got to disrupt at least 6 times.
I
We're gonna blame
know,
it on
right?
the internet. We're gonna blame it on the internet. Okay, so I'm gonna start off a sentence, and then you're gonna finish it.
All right.
Okay. All
Mhm.
right. So let's say my mother taught me
How to be brave, strong, and then independent.
my brother showed me
How to be a people person. Um, how to um share your feelings with others.
one thing social media may misunderstand about you and your daughters is
We're not sisters. I am the mother. Yeah.
the hardest part about your childhood was.
Finding myself.
Mm,
Because even as a kid, I used to like when I went to school and stuff, I still felt like I wasn't like on at the same level as all my other friends. It seemed like
mm,
everybody was so much smarter, you know. Like I'm like, how you get that answer? You know what I mean? Like I came up with a different answer. How you get that answer? Or why do I thought I was doing, you know, it seemed like my friends had it all together, basically, at a young
mm.
age. It seemed like they were more like way smarter, you know,
Like more
way
advanced. Mm,
yeah, like than me. And it's like we really all on the same level, but for some reason I always seemed like I was beneath, you know,
mm,
a lot of them. And we really wasn't. We really wasn't. I think it's too because, like I said, I watched my mom do what she can do. I didn't have the opportunity to go in there and pick out the shoe I wanted. You see what I'm saying? I got whatever because I trusted my mom won't buy me anything. So I just let her do it, you know. But it was times where I'm like, I wanted them new shoes. They just came out, you know, and stuff
mm,
like that. So I was thinking that maybe because of that stuff like that that they had a chance to experience, you know, than I did, or because they had daughter dance and I don't have a dad. You see what I'm saying? I always
mm,
felt like that they were just way more smarter, like they had
mm,
more assistant than me. But
mm,
it wasn't even like that. They weren't even
mm.
like that.
That's just how you perceived it. Mm,
But it was crazy because I was always on the honor roll, scholar roll. I'm in the library, the Library of Congress, for the who's who are the smartest students for
mm,
you know, for the Richmond Public Schools. It ain't number three of us get picked out of the whole school. You
mm,
know what I mean? Out of the whole entire Richmond Public Schools, all of the schools, only three kids get picked, and it was me, my brother, and some other kid.
mm,
That's when I started realizing, oh, okay, I'm somebody, you know.
mm,
Like, okay, I'm just as smart as them. But when we acted in class, I always felt like I was behind. I was the last one finishing my test, the last one finishing the assignment. Like I didn't
mm,
understand, but I did understand, but I wasn't as fast as them, you know.
mm.
It seemed like to me they were more advanced. Most of my friends in school had mom and dad in the house though too. That was
Mm.
supportive, you know. So
The woman you are today would tell the younger you what?
keep going. Um, don't let what's the word I'm looking for? Don't let people discourage you or stop you from doing what need to be done. Get it done. You know, you can do it. If it's in your face, you can do it. If the Lord provided it to you, you can do it because He's not going to give you more than you can handle.
Mm-hmm.
So keep going. Don't give up.
If your children can remember one thing about you, you hope it's
My personality, because I'm fun. I'm not a. I gotta do what I gotta do for discipline, you know. But I
right.
never been that rough. I always been very understanding as to why they did what they did or why they said what they said. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Mm-hmm.
trying to understand, why did you not do what I tell you to do? You know what I mean? Was you caught up? Was you busy? Did you have a headache? Maybe you didn't feel good. I didn't just attack. I don't just attack. I try to. I'm a very understanding. I try to understand first why you didn't do it or why you did do it, and then I come in behind the correction. So my personality is crazy. That's how we become the best of friends. Because they can come to me about anything. I don't judge them. I don't make them feel less of a person because they did experience that. I don't make them feel like they no hoes or no just, like people that just because you did something with somebody one time. I don't make I done been through so much. I don't judge them on nothing. You know what I'm saying? They make a mistake, you learn from it. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And we keep it moving. I don't look at them bad. So my personality is crazy, and I always have them laughing and just having a good time. Like, yeah, my kids, my 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? My 16-year-old, she trying to find life. Everybody smoking weed out here nowadays because it's legal where we live at. You know what I'm saying? Like some kids are drinking and stuff like that. And I'm not a fan of it, but I gotta understand why you're doing it. Maybe something going on. Maybe you're going through, an issue, a situation. Maybe somebody in school that's pressuring you to do it. Maybe what's going on. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about this, get to the bottom of it, and then we're gonna fix it. We're gonna laugh at it at the end. We're gonna change it, and we're gonna keep going with life. But at the end of the day, it's still a big smile on your face. You didn't lose no sleep. You still eat. So my personality is crazy. Like it's crazy. They love that. They don't even want to move out. I'd be like, Lord, how old you is? Like, good gracious. I'm like, I ain't gonna never have no houses without no kids in it. What's going on?
Because it's that safe space that's full of joy
Yep.
that are comfortable.
Happiness.
They don't want
Yeah,
to.
well, I don't care. We ain't got but bologna in here. My kids, they be running around here. Now, look, I'm gonna fry that bologna up, girl. I'm gonna put a little season on that giant. I'm gonna make it with love. I'm gonna put some chips to the side. That's what we got for the day. Tomorrow we'll worry about the mob when the mob come. But right now, we'll make this good fried bologna and put a little egg with it. Oh, I'm gonna give it some love. I don't care if I got to play with the chips and turn it into hearts and shapes and forms. And I'm really exciting. I'm a really fun person to be around. So my personality is what stands out the most.
Yeah, I picked that up. I definitely did. There's one thing you want your son to learn young. What is that?
Oh Lord, street knowledge.
Hmm.
Street knowledge, because eventually he's gonna step out in the street. Not in a bad way, but in a way that he can protect himself. You know what I mean? In a way, I don't want to wait to the last minute and teach my son about what's going on out here in the streets. I don't want to do that. But then he get out here, he step out here and start dating a girl, and he don't even know what's going on in the relationship, or he hanging around the wrong crowd of dudes and he don't know how to protect himself in that at that moment because I never taught him. So it's really street taught, you know what I mean, teaching him about the streets, to be honest, and how they operate, you know what I'm saying.
Hmm.
When it come down to a crime, or how it works when if you was to do something you had no business doing, or being caught up in something that you at the wrong place at the wrong time, you know what I mean. I teach them that. I teach that's really important to me versus anything else. I mean, hygiene and stuff like that, you learn that in the home when
Wow.
you really got a good home. You know to do the things you're supposed to do hygiene wise. You better stuff, they're gonna use it. You feel me? Show them how to use it and stuff. But as far as the streets is concerned, my son is a really cool dude. He got a good heart. And when he was younger, he liked to share. He loved to share, to give let somebody else play with his things and they take it from him or something like that. And then he not to protect himself, but he don't know how to protect himself because he's like upset Like,
Mhm.
what I supposed to do, Mom? They took my stuff, and I was
Like
just
he
being
freezes
nice.
up.
And he
Mhm.
he still like he don't cry about it now because he kind of sort of not a fight now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But he's really nice, and I just don't want him to be taken advantage of. So I know when he go out here and be hanging with, because the boys, little boys he be hanging around, girl, them boys be rough. I ain't even lying, they be rough. I be like, what the, whoo. So I just don't want him to be stuck in a situation that he don't know how to get out of. That's what
Right.
it is. Street sense. He needs street knowledge.
Mhm. What is your greatest fear for your daughter?
Mm. Um, Heartbreak.
Mhm.
A broken heart can cause you to do a lot of things, a lot of damage to yourself. So, without somebody else beating you up or anything like that, a broken heart, oh man, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? And my daughter actually experienced it. Our oldest daughter experienced that, but she felt like that she just couldn't find peace, and it caused her to want to, lose in her life. You know what I mean? She's attempted to do that because of a broken heart. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't believe in that. Broken heart. Like, I don't know what. I don't want them to have that. You know what I mean? We all go through that, but it can cause a lot of trauma.
Oh
Where
yeah.
now the person that broke your heart is no longer hurting you anymore. Now you're doing it to yourself. So when you got a heart that's pieced together, even though you got a little crack in it, baby, I'm telling you, you can seal that jank right on back
Yeah.
up. You feel me? And you
Yeah.
back to normal. But when that jank cracked all the way in half, whoo, but you start looking at people different. You start looking at yourself different. You just start abusing yourself. You don't feel like you deserve anything. You don't feel like nobody love you. You just feel like you just by yourself. You just start hating everything about you. You don't take care of yourself. So a broken
Yeah.
heart can do a lot to you. And that,
Mhm.
that not just in a relationship, period. A broken
Yeah.
heart is crazy to have. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to fight it or piece it back together.
Yeah. And it's hard. It's a long process most times to heal it and repair.
Yeah, like I'm talking about like getting the job. Oh mom, I'm going up for this job. I really want it, always wanted. And then you go through 5 other steps and pass all of them and get to the last one, and they're like, nope, we found another candidate. It's
It's a
anything.
different level of discouragement that kind of.
Yes, it is. It is. And now, like, my daughter went through that. And you know what she did? She went straight into a whole broken heart. I was trying to apply for it. Nobody wants to give me a job. And I had it. And now I missed the deadline because I didn't see it. It was like so sad. Like, I just, you know what? Forget it. I'm just never going to have a job. I'm just never, you know what I'm saying? You start downing yourself over a broken heart. So no, I don't want them to have a broken heart. You know what I mean? If they got a crack in it, that's fine. They got a little leak, that's fine. It's life. But having a complete broken heart, it's gonna end them. You know what I mean? And I don't want them to have that.
Mhm. So, what is your greatest accomplishment you're looking forward to that you haven't accomplished yet?
Um, uh, really for real, selling ebooks.
Mhm.
Selling ebooks is what I really look forward to doing. Because it's me talking.
Yeah.
Without hearing me, you can actually read it. Some people are really good at reading by themselves and understanding versus somebody telling them, or hearing it out loud and stuff
Right.
like that. Like me, I don't read in silence. I have to read out loud for me to understand what's going on. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
can just be looking at it and I'll be like, okay, 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 I'm skip past 10 words. Okay, the most important words out of the sentence, I didn't skip past them to get to the end. But if I hear you
Right.
saying it, or if I read it out loud, it can make some sense to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I heard me saying it.
Mhm.
So
Mhm. And it's easy to comprehend.
yeah, so AI, I mean, with the books, I can it's no piecing it together. It's all my thoughts, you know what I mean, and into one, trying to help somebody else, help
Mhm.
another mother, you know what I mean, help another woman. Just encouraging and just teaching people that there are so many different ways to get out of the situation that you're in. Even if, like, I got a ebook on um being in a relationship with somebody that's incarcerated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's a mental drain. And I had to deal with that plenty of times trying to be in a relationship with somebody incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? And I have to still keep it cool. So in my ebook, I got games that you can play with the person while they're incarcerated. things that you can do just to keep the entertainment, but it make time go by fast. It got prayers in there that y'all can pray together. It's just like Q&A questions, things that make him go or her go and get a pen and paper before they call. It's just something to look forward to in every call or every time you go to a visit,
Mhm.
instead of it being like, I'm tired of this. This is
Right.
it's too much money. You want money again. See, now we talk about something else that is so entertaining that time has went past
There's
and
a
now
mind that
I have enough. Yes, you don't even realize it now. You don't realize that 6 months that went past because you so entertained on other things. So I have books on that, books on being a parent, things that you can do when they smaller to keep your house in order. Like it's stuff like that. It's like parenting books. I also now I just created 3 coloring books that I want to put up there. Two, because that's what's going on nowadays. It's the books. You know what I mean? It's the digital
Can I
product.
say this? Do you know Coach Rock?
Coach
Coach Rock
Ross.
from the Rock Project? No, no, it's
Mm,
not. Is it Coach Rock? Hold on. Yeah, yeah, it's Coach Rock from the Rock Project. He does like
mm-mm,
aftercare and community events and stuff like that. He mentioned to me, I interviewed him, I think last week or the week before. He mentioned that he came up with a coloring book, right? And this might be a great opportunity for him. And he went to, if I'm understanding correctly, first he went to black-owned restaurants asking if they can put his coloring book in there, right? Because when you go to restaurants, they give you a
right, for
coloring
the
book for the
kids.
child, 2 crayons, and he did that with I think it's a few black-owned restaurants in Richmond, and he got his coloring book in their restaurant.
Yeah,
That
that's
might be a
it.
really good look for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
because
and I
those.
got yeah, because I did it for couples too. Like, just to try to keep your relationship steady. I did like coloring books for couples where they compete with each other and things like
Mm,
that. Just to kind of sort of like an activity book and stuff like that. I did all that stuff. I just be and I got it on like I got like my own like Lincoln and School and stuff like that for the sale and
mhm.
stuff. I just don't really be pushing it. But now I'm going to start pushing it because I have content around it. You see what I'm saying? Me being a
Right.
mother and things like that, I have content around it that is just gonna make people wonder, hey, like what can I do to
Yeah.
where can I find what you do we
And
doing?
you
Like,
have all the platforms for it.
yeah. So that's what I want. I want, a couple of my ebooks just to go viral or, be selling. Like I can really care less if, I don't care who get it. I just want those ones who need it, get it.
Right.
Basically. The ones who
Right.
need it, get it. Because sometimes in silence it works better. When I'm in here by myself and ain't nobody in here, girl, I'm small like and my kids do it too. We all in our own space. Like when we in our house, in this house, we in the separate rooms, and it's like our own little apartment. So I get in here and I be reading out loud, and I read other people ebooks. You know, um,
Mhm.
ebooks about getting money, how to get some type of money income. How to start your stuff, and the things that I've learned pretty much. Like I got all type of ebooks on there, but it's more so of being a parent. You know what I mean? How to
Mhm.
develop your home, keep your home steady, because kids will take advantage of you. You let them, and you don't
Mhm.
even know you letting them. So
Yeah. Mhm.
I got a lot of those little books out, but like I said, I haven't really promoted them to get them out there yet. But I am though.
Yeah. You just spoke it now, so now you gotta do it. You gotta
Yeah.
do it now. You're like, see, most people's issues with stuff like that is they don't have the following to, you
Oh
know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Kind of, so it's almost like they don't have an audience. They don't have a client. You already had clients.
Yeah, and you
You
don't even
had
need an
that.
audience. You don't even need an
Mhm.
audience. You
For
need the
most people,
right
that's their
people.
excuse. That's their
Yeah,
excuse. For most
yeah.
people.
You need the right people. I mean, like I wouldn't go out here and look for people who love to be on a computer and versus
Right.
people who go in the library. You see what I'm saying? Like if I'm got a book, I'm going towards the library. You see what I'm saying? I'm going towards things well, I'm going to also too, because I had got an opportunity to put my coloring books in this school with the kids in
Mm.
this at the book fair. You know what I mean? And they
Mm-hmm.
can buy it from the book fair or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
I won't even I told them I said my whole thing is $2. $2 a book because it's it takes time, my time to create them and it also take money to print. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wanted just $2. And they got, they got multiples of pages or whatever to them. But that's just for, the coloring the kids part as far as
Right.
that. I mean, my mom, she's an author as well. And I get that from her as
Oh,
well. So she's an author, she's a children's author. Y'all,
oh,
Fish
okay.
Child is for kids. So she she roots for kids. She goes towards that direction as far as children is concerned. She like
Hmm.
she do more like poetry,
Okay.
like that type. So I go for I don't even know. I was like I'm picking up on a lot of her ways for real, for real. A lot of her
Yeah.
talent. You know what I mean? Is
That's
what I'm picking
good.
up
That's good
on.
though. That's good.
Yeah, I'm just more so indiscreet than she is. You know what I mean? She's getting a little older, so
Mm-hmm.
she like, girl, I ain't got girl.
Mm.
But yeah.
So what's next? What's next for you?
What's
You got
next
the,
for
the
me?
ebook. The ebooks is gonna be one thing. What's next for your music? Maybe I ask you that.
Oh, for music? I don't even know. I ain't even gonna lie. I mean, when I came here because somebody, the dude was basically, I ain't gonna say selling me a dream because he did show me a lot. You know what I'm saying? I was around a
Mm.
lot of people, a lot of artists. I met a lot of people, like major people. But I pay my money and I'm like, bro, like you know how hard it is to just give 1,000 because it's been hard for me to go towards my career. Something I really, really
Mm.
like and enjoy. So it was hard giving up $1,000. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm
Mm.
gonna sacrifice, I'm gonna give $1,000 and I'm gonna move because now I'm chasing my dream now. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm gonna do that. But then when I do it, where all the stuff you was just telling me you had a show lined up for me, you had a tour lined up for me, you had all these interviews for me, all this stuff you was telling me you had for me, and now here it is I'm looking for it because I'm chasing it, kind of sort of chasing it
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
And now it's like, oh well, hold on. Oh well, hold on. Oh well, you know what, Shay? What you're not doing is this, and what you're not doing is that, and you need to be doing this, and you need. I'm like, because that ain't what the
Yeah. That
I
wasn't
ain't
a
need
great.
all that when you first came to me. I ain't had none of that stuff when you came to me. You feel me? If I give you $1,000, I expect something being done. I mean, you took me to a studio that was not worth my money. You feel me? But I went on ahead and did it. I didn't get to do a new song. I didn't get to do a video shoot. I didn't get to do photos. I ain't none of that stuff is going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to find my own way and meet my own people because I did meet people through him already that was, high quality people. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of sort of just trying to get my face seen so I'm a familiar face. You feel
Right.
me? Um, but it's like don't promise me to do this and do that, and I'm waiting up all night. I'm waiting on you to call. I'm waiting on these. That's just like you telling me you doing this podcast, and then here it is. You don't even call me and tell me it's
Yeah.
canceled. I'm sitting here waiting. I'm sitting there on the WebEx waiting to see if you're gonna
Right.
pick up. Nobody picks up for interviewing. You know what I'm saying? It's like you leading me the wrong way. And every
Mm.
time I get on the phone to approach you about what you didn't do, what you promised me you was gonna do, it's like you reversing on me. Well, Shay, you
Mm.
should be doing this and you should be doing that. And I said, if you would have gave me my money back, I'll show you what I'm gonna do with it. Because I got my own people in Virginia, in Richmond, that I
Right.
deal with. My own engineer person that I love to go to. Amazing engineer. Shout out to Joe Ski, because I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody say. He's sweet when it comes to me. Um, I could have been continue to build up my platform of what I was doing in the city where I'm from. But I
Right.
decided to move along because I'm now chasing my dream that you was selling me a dream. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I look up and you with everybody else. You with Young Miami because why she got more people, more following, more money, more this. That you keep pushing everything I got going on to the side. And when she come around, you don't answer the phone. And when she come, it's like you penny pinching me down. I thought I gave you my money.
But you
So it
only
kind of
been
sort
there
of threw me for the
2 months,
loop.
so maybe something will come up of it. You ain't been
Of
in that
course.
long.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
really I'm still into the music. I kind of sort of like I ain't gonna say took a break, but I was like, I don't know.
Just
That
kind
kind
of
of like it
walls
it,
with
it kind of like threw me off a little bit because just when you think you're doing something, it's always like there's always something that got to come in and destroy it. You know what I'm saying?
or delay
But
it. Mm-hmm.
I ain't did no music. I really been listening to songs that I already had made, like a long time ago, and I'm really shocked because I'm like, I said that. I ain't even know I said that, girl. What the world? I ain't even know. I'm that bitch. I ain't even know I said that. Bitch, I'm the shit. You tripping? Like So I'm kind of sort of listening to for the last couple of days I've been getting the feedback on the music. And see, now what's going on is that because people is noticing what I'm doing with my kids, they now noticing the music now.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? They starting to go down and look, they want to look at all my stuff now. Oh,
Right.
this ain't sweet. When you dropping this song? And the song that I made, I did 2 encores on that one song. Um, it's the song that he's saying you need to buy the beat. You need to purchase the beat. I'm like, well, how you sent me the beat. So how much is the beat? Oh, that beat like $800 for a beat. No, sir. I can no. So everything is now, really expensive. I'm just letting the music come how the music come.
Yeah.
Everybody in Richmond knows me for music. Like that's my known factor. It's Butter gonna spit that shit. Like she do that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So everybody in Richmond knows. I done had so many people walk up to me. Oh my God. And I'm talking about one girl was like, why you working at Wawa? I say, because the Lord put me right here. Why you working at Wawa? You a rapper. Girl, you too sweet to be. It's stuff like that and people that came up to me like, you know what I mean, about the music. But it's a lot that come behind that. You got to know who to
Yeah.
trust. You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
know who to deal with. You got to build your own community of people
It's not an
that
easy industry to just step into and thrive. It's just not.
sure ain't. Whoo, they be lying, scheming, scamming, all type of stuff be going on. Like I'm like, I don't mean, it be so much. I be like, So I'd rather be independent. So what I did was I created an AI artist. That is the Amir legacy that people see. And I felt like somebody was preying on my downfall. Like at one point, so I removed me a little bit and I put her in play. Um, and I made a song. So now I wrote a song. And now and I once I finished creating the song, I got her representing the song. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She's a gospel artist. I try to look at something different. So she's a gospel artist. That's the song that I sent you. One of them anyway. But I wrote that song and produced it and all that. And I got her singing it and representing me in another
Mhm.
world, on another side of the world. On another side of the world, I am up here, way up here, to the
Mhm.
point where, you know what I'm saying, I don't have nothing but the top notch everything. You know what I'm saying? Because I
Mhm.
can make her be whoever I want her to be. And
Mhm.
pretty much what I use her for is manifestation. Because one day I am gonna be in that nice, Bentley truck. One day I am gonna be, at peace when it comes to financial stability. I am
Mhm.
going to be in a 5 bedroom. I mean, I'm in a 4 bedroom house now. The Lord bless me with. Thank you, God. But I am going to be in that home, that brand new built from the house home that I always, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm placing her there,
Manifestation.
placing me there. Yeah, like it's manifestation and it's music. So I attach music to it because I love music. And
Mhm.
that's the Amira legacy that people seeing. But my mama called me the other day and was like, "Who is this girl?" No, no, no,
Mhm.
no, no. My mama said, "Shay, are you okay?" It's like she can feel that something was missing. And I'm like, "What you mean?" She's like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "I'm okay. I don't do a lot of talking." So I'm just like, "Yeah, I'm okay." Why you say that? She's like, "Because who is this girl that's on your Facebook? Like, I don't want to see her. I want to see my daughter." You know what I mean? I was like, "Well,
Mhm.
mom, you got to go to other platforms because somebody I feel like it's preying on my downfall. Every
Mhm.
time I put some up about me, I feel like some is falling on this end. See, on this side, you don't know because I'm not telling nobody nothing. You know what I mean? But I see it keep happening back to back to back, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I'm gonna just take me down for a second. And I don't know why I
Mhm.
feel like it's Facebook because I don't take me down off no other platforms. I did try to replace it with her just for a moment. But my mom was like, nah. She was like, I want to see my daughter because I don't know. And it's crazy because when she said it, I noticed that my Amira Legacy girl is not getting as many views, likes, touches. You know what I'm saying? She's not getting the attention that I was getting on there
Mhm.
where people are used to seeing me now. So I had to go into chat. I ain't lying with the chat GPT. I'm like, okay, wait a minute now. Like, and chat had to break it down to me is that they said that, and I called my chat Chatty. So Chatty was like, no. She said you need to be you. It's you. It's who the people like. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
She said do not replace you with a figure. You know what I mean? With a invisible figure. But what I did was I wasn't thinking about it like that. I was thinking about it, the fact that AI is taking over life now, and
Right,
I
more
need to be
creatively.
a
Yeah.
part of that. I want to be a part of that. You know what I'm saying? It's very interesting to me. It's fun to do, and it's to the point where I'm like, dang, I know how to make. That's why I told you I can make content and AI characters, right? That look exactly like me, like exactly. I know how to break it down to make this character look exactly identical to me. Um, and so I got so used to it that I wanted to bring my, my talent out. So that's why I put her right there. And I said, well, why would I start a new? I shouldn't start a new page because I already built the platform on these pages.
Mhm.
Let
So
me just
people expecting to see you. So
Yes.
make
So I,
sure
I I
that
took I
they.
started to take her down now and just put her on her own page. For those who's looking for that type of reaction, where they don't need a real person because she looks so real. You know what I'm saying? I made her
Because we're
look
definitely in
so
that point in life. We're already there where that is a
yeah,
priority.
yeah. So I
But
just
to
said
your
I'm gonna
point,
take
it's
it
probably
down.
better to just do a different platform so it's not,
Yes,
no,
because it
because then
started
nobody
mixing up.
questions the different platform.
Yes, I'm talking about don't nobody know who she is. They like, who is this girl? Because somebody, I think my big mom was like, I don't even know who you is, because they looking for my name and it's
Mm-hmm.
me. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm texting back, it say Amira Legacy, and I was like, oh, so she's my artist. That's what she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's an artist that I'm building, and she's an AI artist that I'm building. That she's gonna go viral. She's gonna go on our platform. The way she's saying what I'm saying and stuff like that is coming through her is all it is. I don't sing. So I just create a singer. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So songs that I do have, I'm going to create her voice to go on it with me. So
Mm-hmm.
she's going to be singing, I'm going to be rapping. You feel me? But I
I
consider her as
see
my
that
artist.
working though. I see
Yeah.
that working. Mm-hmm.
She's my artist. So she do everything that I was looking for to do as the artist, she does it. You see what I'm saying? Photo
Mm-hmm.
shoots, video shoots, and I do what I want her to do. Like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I put her on what I want to wear. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff I like to wear, like Gucci, Chanel. And she looks so realistic. She got
Yeah.
dimples like me. Little stuff like that. That kind of resembles me too. But she is a different version. She is the
Mm-hmm.
version that everybody's looking. AI is popping now, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
get a
it
piece of that.
is. Yeah, definitely
Mhm.
pushing that because that's definitely where we are right
It
now.
is. It's taking over, and I'm gonna get a
Mm-hmm.
piece of it. You know what I mean? So I
Mm-hmm.
just use music to do it right now, but my AI artist, she does it all. She don't have kids, but she does it all. You know what I'm saying? She
Mm-hmm.
still, as a single person who live by herself, she does it all. She have friends. You know what I mean? She just it's just like it's like she a younger me without
A
kids. She
younger
don't have
version of you.
kids. She's
Mm.
that version of me that I didn't
Look,
get a chance
she's
to
that
be.
younger version of. I was just about to get that chance to
Yep.
do.
That's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what she is.
She
So
gonna
I
get
make
the
her.
chance to live them late
Yep.
teens, them early 20s. She's gonna get a chance to live. That's
Yeah.
powerful.
Yep, that's what I did. So now my story is gonna speak through her. You know what I mean? Now I'm still able to do the things that I wanted because I'm smart. My girl that went everywhere. She went to Disney. I ain't never been to Disney, baby. She done went on a cruise. I ain't never did that. She done did it all. Everything I wanted to do, she done did. And she ain't have kids. Maybe later on, once I know she's a little bit more popular, she probably will have a baby. And then you're gonna see her go through her pregnancy, all that. Like I'm gonna make her do what I want her to do. And I'm so good at it that it looks so realistic. Like, and I swear I don't even put no deep words in it. I talk the way that I talk right now is how I talk to create this person.
Hmm. That is interesting. Yeah, I'm
Hmm.
looking forward to seeing how that manifests.
Yes,
That's
it's really
really,
fun though. She
yeah.
got a
I'm
lot. She
sure.
do a whole lot. Like I change her hair up and all type of stuff. I make sure she got the dramatic edges and everything that we like us girly girls like and all that. She nails done.
Mhm.
She always looking. You ain't gonna never say she's dirty, but I am gonna show a point where she was going through something and came out of it.
Because
Being on.
that's what people want. Everybody wants
Yeah.
a story. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm
Everybody
saying
wants a
that
story.
that's what I'm doing pretty much now as far as music is I'm attaching it to her now because I gotta
That's the
pick back
move,
up
though. I
that
think that's the
mojo.
move.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still going with music. It's just that she's a gospel rap artist. You know what I mean? So she kind of singing and rapping all in
Mm-hmm.
one and saying how the Lord brought her out of what she's, crying and stuff like that. So right now I'm just building a story where she was in a relationship like I was. it's kind of sort of my story, but without kids, you know.
Mm,
That's what it is. And it's gonna show her doing different things. Like it's really cool though. It's really sweet. It's really motivational. You know what I mean? I look at her and I listen to them songs every day as if I went and recorded them myself. You know what I
right,
mean? Personally. But I have
right.
all this stuff here on my computer. You know what I mean? A whole setup in my house. From me going to college, I got the whole music set up, like a whole mini studio. You know what I
Mm.
mean? So I do a lot. I'm always looking for a new talent. You know what I
It
mean?
sounds like you're always creating more.
Stay doing something. Like I ain't never not my mama always told me stupid people get bored. You know what I mean? And I'm not I ain't never felt like I was stupid. So I always been entertained. You know what I mean? I'm always
Mm-hmm.
finding something to do. Whether it's writing, drawing, coloring. I mean, you find something to get into. So I always find something to do. I don't care if I gotta fold clothes today. Okay, today will be fold the clothes, baby. I'm gonna be doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So I never get bored.
No, that's what's up. I get it. I get it. Well, man, you had a fascinating story. I appreciate your time and everything you're doing. It sounds so interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that for sure. Um,
Definitely, I'll definitely tag you in Amira's
yeah, look
page because she
forward
got her own
to that.
page. Yeah,
Yeah,
she got her
do
own
that.
page, and
I wanna stay abreast of that. And I'm gonna
you
send
go
you something.
too.
I ain't gonna speak on it, but I'm gonna send you something that you gonna laugh at. But I'm not gonna speak.
Oh,
And, but yeah, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna let you go. We almost 4 hours in. I just want to end. But thanking you for your time.
absolutely. Thank you for having me. It was nice.
Bless
I
you
had
and
it.
your
That was
family.
a relief. I needed to get
Mm,
some stuff out, so that was really good. You know, and then it's like I ain't never met you before, so for me to do a lot of talking, I feel like that your energy level. I'm a really big energy reader, and your energy is
mm,
amazing. So keep up with that because I know you went through some things too in life. And
mm,
I only would like to talk to people who I can relate to. Or they can relate
mm,
to me. Um,
mm.
so this definitely was a good conversation. Thank you for letting me share my story because yeah, I think people need to hear it. People never heard
Yeah,
it for real. People
yeah,
never heard my story for real. So
yeah.
you really like one of the first ones who heard my actually story. So
Mm.
today I just say forget it. I'm done.
Put it all out there.
Yeah,
No,
girl.
I'm honored. Like I said, I'm honored. I don't take it lightly, and I don't take it for granted. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna
Thank
end
you.
dropping my plugs. If there's anybody looking for any investment properties in DC, Maryland, Virginia, Georgia, or Florida, yeah, Georgia, you can reach out to me. That's David's Development Group. If anybody looking for any rental properties, whether it's short term or long term, in the DMV area, you can reach out to me. That's AirDDG. If anybody need electrical service, whether it is residential or commercial, that's Sendell Systems. You can reach out to me. If
Oh, I'm gonna
anybody
reach out to you.
apparel, that's my 18-year-old son, Be Empowered, BE Clothing at IG. Check them out. I thank you for your time. God bless you in all that you do.
Thanks,
Thank y'all for
sis.
your patience. Peace.